Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. As we get set for another round of football tonight, we'll go down the road, but for us, it's almost like closer than going to Wilmington. I live in between those two towns, and this is just about as close as going to Wilmington High School is for us, so I guess it's an away game.
Yeah, we like it. If we're going to have an away game, this is a good place to have it. And we're about 5 miles from your house.
Yep, so, not very far anyway.
No.
Welcome in tonight. If you made the decision to stay home and listen to this, you made a good decision.
Oh, it's raining.
It's pouring right now. I mean pouring. Now, it's not cold and it's not windy at the moment, but it is pouring. Now, you'll hear in our interview with Coach Raines here in just a little bit why, if out of all weeks, this week would be okay for rain, even though he doesn't want it any week. Out of all the weeks, this one is the one that you would want to have it, and you'll hear us talk about that a little bit later and why that is. But we will have rain tonight. It's already raining out there, and even if the rain stops, the field's still going to be wet, so you're going to deal with a lot of that tonight. However, Reed Custer and Wilmington both run the football like crazy, so I don't really think, other than the ball being a little bit slick and guys' hands running the football, it's not going to affect things a whole lot here tonight as far as like a passing attack or anything goes, because neither one of these teams do that.
Yeah, one guy that's going to affect quite a bit is Lombardi. He takes that quick cut toward the line. Last week he slipped several times, and boy, if he does that out here tonight, he's really going to slip.
Well, Wilmington coming in off of the win over Lyle last week, 28-25.
Boy, what a game.
And Wilmington winning the I-8 small division once again. And, you know, the Cats have run off so many games in a row in conference play that it's just kind of one of those crazy streaks. But tonight they're on the road at Reed Custer, and any time you get one of these rivalry games in, and then you get some weird weather and some other stuff going on, you never really know what you're going to get. And the Comets will be fully well prepared and ready to take on the Wildcats here tonight. So, and Wilmington knows this year, and every year, they're going to get the best shot from every single team that they play. It's just kind of the way it is. That's what happens when you build a successful program, is that everybody wants to knock you off the pedestal. So for the Cats tonight, no different than any other week. And you're starting to see this team grow a little bit. It's very young still, and they're still in the learning phase, but they're getting there. It's one of those years that's still a work in progress.
I think the thing that was noticeable last week was the maturity they had. They gave up the ball in some easy touchdowns for the opposition, and yet they never stopped playing. They came back every time and scored, end up on the winning side.
All right, so we'll take our first break of the night. When we come back, we'll get to some of the news from around the area, games from last week, and then we'll preview a bunch of games in the I-8 and other places here tonight, as well as our pregame show rolls on. A little bit later during the pregame show, we'll have an interview with Coach Jeff Raines as well. This is Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction, live tonight from Braidwood, as the Cats on the road to take on Reed Custer here in just a little bit. Come back, talk about those games in a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900. When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred & Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred & Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred & Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred & Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred & Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today. Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. All right, welcome back in. Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company, as we're live tonight from Reed Custer here in Braidwood, as the Cats on the road to take on the Comets. Well, we said we would preview a couple of things here, but first let's hit some results from last week. I know we kind of did some of these scores last week, but let's do that now as well. Coal City, a 28-3 winner over Plano. Boy, does Plano really just kind of fallen off the face of the earth this year. I don't know what's going on there.
A little bit surprising there. I thought Plano would give them more of a game.
Herscher, 46-28 over Sandwich. Sandwich has been one of those teams. They've lost a bunch of games, but, man, they've been in every single one. And, of course, we'll see them next week in Wilmington, and that's not going to be a gimme game either. And the Cats then get Coal City at the end of the year, which is kind of the real big showdown. So there's some games coming here. Reed Custer, a 28-14 winner over Seneca a week ago. Also, Dwight, 58-14 over Kentland. A couple other I-8 scores. Mantino, 42-0 over Streeter. Piatone, 41-0 over Westmont. And some other scores as well. Immaculate Conception, 45-0 over Riverside Brookfield, who I believe was undefeated in 6A. So there you go.
Really?
Also, Nazareth, 28-6 over Joliet Catholic. And in a couple of college scores from guys who are kind of playing up, St. Francis 42-19 over St. Ambrose, and Olivet a 44-41 winner over Trinity International. And that sends the ONU Tigers, I believe, to 4 wins. I think they're 4-2 on the year. So good for ONU and Mason Southall, who's doing some work down there for the Tigers. All right, tonight around the area, Coal City at 5-1 will host 1-5 Sandwich. Do not get tripped up by that, because Sandwich is way better than that 1-5 record would indicate, and they might give Coal City a little bit of a game here tonight. Also, Streeter at 2-4 will be at Plano. Piatone at 5-1 will host Seneca at 3-3. That can end up being interesting before the night is over. Herscher at 6-0 hosts Mantino at 4-2. Again, that could be a good one tonight. Westmont at 2-4 will be at 3-3 Lyle. And some other games from around the area. JCA at 2-4 will host Bennett at 4-2. Morris, undefeated on the year at 6-0, will host Caneland at 3-3. Byron, also at 6-0, hosts Mendota at 1-5. And Immaculate Conception, 5-1 on the year, will be at Wheaton Academy, who is 3-3. And that's your complete rundown of what's going on tonight. Of course, we will take a look at that scoreboard later on. The IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. We'll check that a few times tonight as well as things go on. Well, we need to get to our interview with Coach Raints. It's a long one tonight. I think it's about 8 minutes or so.
Oh, wow.
So if I don't get to that thing relatively shortly, we're going to run out of time.
You're right.
Both teams out on the field tonight. Reed Custer in their black uniforms with white helmets and gold and black numbers, letters, and trim. Wilmington in the white uniforms tonight with purple helmets and white paw prints and numbers on the side. So both teams out here warming up in a little bit of rain, although it's let up quite a bit here lately. And we are about 12 minutes away from opening kick here tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We can get our interview with Coach Raints for you. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. Back here at Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you once again by Breezer Construction Company, joined by the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raints. And Coach, another close game last week, and a game where you made some adjustments in the second half and kind of overcame some turnovers and some plays that were kind of negative plays for you. Overcame all that, still managed to pull out a win and win a small division of the conference once again.
Oh, great night. Tell you the truth, for our program, first off, I'll hit on our lower levels. both teams are still undefeated. Real happy for our lower level coaches. Boy, they helped me out a ton with that in our program. And then for us to win the conference, John, it might be, I think it was 10 times in a row, somebody told me. And for us to do that is just something, you don't plan on. You just keep playing hard. And our kids kept playing hard Friday night.
Yep.
And like I told somebody, you know what? We made one more big play than they did. And, they had some mistakes. We had some mistakes. We overcame some things. But overall, we get a big win, conference championship in the playoffs. And on top of that, we did it on homecoming. So our kids ended up their homecoming week with a real good win.
We talked a little bit about this on Friday, but one of the things that's impressive to us watching it from the press box is the fact that you still have a relatively young team. Listen, I know we're halfway through the year, but it's still a young team, and there's some sophomores and things on there. But the way that they handle adversity, even after making mistakes, is impressive. You put that group out there in the fourth quarter, change a couple things in offense, and they're ready to go. It seems like they're always constantly upbeat and looking forward to the next play.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with our seniors. Our seniors went through the sitting last year when we were undefeated, and then as a matter of fact, they were freshmen when we went to state, so they believe in the program. And so, but I will say, we've had teams that have made mistakes that have not come back, that they panicked. And these kids don't do that. They stick to the game plan. They realize that they have confidence in themselves. They listen to the coaches, and our staff does a great job of making adjustments. And so everybody just works together. Now, sometimes you run out of time and you're on the wrong end of things. That happened with Mantino. Didn't deserve to win that game at Mantino. We had to overcome too much. We've had some other things that happened, but I think because of the Mantino loss, not that I was happy that we lost, been through it. Okay, we learned from it. Hey, we're in it. We're in games, and so maybe we learned a little something from that Mantino game, and that's helped us later in the season.
One of the things this year, I mean, you kind of knew going in that there were some options there offensively with Lombardi and Dempsey, and you kind of knew you had a few things to play with there. But defense seemed to be a bigger question coming into this year, and putting some of those guys, especially defensive backs, out on islands. There's been a couple plays here and there where they've been beat, but really for the most part this year, that's been to me the most impressive aspect is how well they've played defensively.
I really do. I think Brock Bolster, he didn't come out last year. He's come out this year. He's steadied the ship at corner. Lombardi's good at corner. And then, you got a sophomore, Rodewald. I know he had a little bit of a tough night the other night too, but he also come up with some big plays. And then Dempsey, we brought him up last year. The first thing we did with Dempsey was bring him up as a safety. Everybody forgets that because he had a big quarterback. But he's a really good kid back there too. And now we get Almberg back. Gramlich's got experience. Josh Jones, was back from last year. And then you see me probably move around Will Van Dyne and Landon Flynn. Those guys are in. And so we play kids probably more on defense per who we're playing. Do we want more speed? Do we need more powerful kids? But thank goodness we have the pieces to do that. Sometimes you don't have those pieces. And so we're just trying to get the right kids on the field and put them in situations to where they can be successful. And, sometimes you win those battles and lose some. Last week we won a couple more than what Lyle did, and so we're able to come up on top.
One of the things I was going to ask you about, too, on the other side of the ball in offense, just watching some things as the game progressed last week and the way some of your plays are sent in, is Connor taking that and relaying that to the rest of the offense, or is that?
Well, he does it because Connor does it to first off, he's used to it from last year. And then is Connor going to be the quarterback? Is Hopwood going to be the quarterback? And so that all starts with Barry giving it to Connor, and then he's able to take that message and give it out to everybody. And so he just does it because he's used to it. And with him being possibly being the quarterback, then he could tell Hop, hey, here's what we're doing. And then Hopwood can get in or get out, whatever. But the good thing about it, too, Hopwood and Dempsey are buddies. And so they help each other, where Dempsey might be dead tired. Hopwood takes the signal. And then, just, again, talk about teamwork. That's true. Teamwork at its best.
Yeah, absolutely.
The kids helping out each other.
Yeah, we were watching that, and I'm not sure I've seen that very many times before, but the two of them seem to work fine together.
They work great together, and, at the beginning of the season, Hopwood was, with all the different signals that we had, Hopwood would struggle a little, and Dempsey just being a good teammate, well, here, I got you. Yeah, all right, here's what we got. And like I said, there's been other times Hopwood's helped out Dempsey. Hey, here's what I got. Yeah, that's what it is. And then that's what we tell the team, and boom, we're moving and shaking. So.
Well, now you get back on the road against Reed Custer and a team that's a little bit different. Some people have looked at those scores early in the year and said, 40-0, and all these struggling to score weeks. but they've now gotten a few kids back,
Yep.
and they've had a week or two to kind of get them back in the mold of things. This is a little bit different team than what people saw earlier in the year.
I couldn't agree more. I saw a very good team last week against Seneca. I was able to go over there and watch them on Saturday, and Seneca or Braywood's got some nice size. They run an option attack that's unique, that you have to do your responsibilities, and on defense they got kids that get after the football. And they're no different from a Braywood team than before. The kids always play hard. It's a rival game for us. Our kids know their kids, and then it sounds like we're going to throw a little rain into the mix, and you know how that is. So we want to stick to our game plan, go in there with a lot of confidence, play well, and hopefully continue this momentum. But big game for us on Friday.
You know, one thing I've always been impressed going over to Reed Custer, though, there's been games in the past where there's been a ton of rain. It seems like that field usually drains pretty well and keeps some footing. So, I mean, obviously you'd rather not have a downpour, but if you're going to play anywhere and have a rainstorm, Reed Custer's probably the best place to be.
They got tremendous facilities, and they always have, and they keep their fields up great, and they got good drainage there and stuff. So, yeah, we've had our share of rain games there, and if it does rain and stuff, if you're going to be on the field to hold together, that'd be the place to be.
All right, and lastly, tonight, injuries. I know there are a couple things that kind of popped up during the game last week, and where do you stand there?
Matt Ballmeister turned his ankle pretty good, and, we went from news that he might have surgery to not having surgery. It's not broke, and so that's all positive. So hopefully we get him back in a couple weeks. So John Cox is going to take his spot at center. And, then we'll, so we're glad we don't lose him for the year. But beyond that, we still have the same guys that are out. So hopefully we can dodge this bug, the injury bug. Enough's enough.
Sure.
And so let's get Baum back and get that team going. And so, but beyond that, we're pretty healthy.
All right, Coach, good luck again tonight, and we'll talk to you on postgame.
All right. Appreciate it, John.
Coach Jeff Raines joining us here on Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by the Breezer Construction Company. Well, we're about 4 or 5 minutes away from opening kick here tonight. We'll take one more break when we come back. We'll get to that opening kick. By the way, Wilmington won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so Reed Custer will get the ball first here tonight. So we'll take one more break as we get set for the national anthem here tonight, and when we come back, we'll get opening kick between Wilmington and Reed Custer. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Raines goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today. Just wanted to jump in here real quick and say the pregame here has been kind of stretched out a little bit. They're just now getting the band on the field, getting ready for our national anthem. So we'll take another break here in a moment. But I just wanted to kind of duck my head in here a quick second and just say that they're getting ready for the national anthem now, and then we'll be another couple of minutes before the start of tonight's game. So we'll take one more break, and after they do the national anthem, we will have opening kick tonight here from Braidwood between Reed Custer and Wilmington. Back here in just a moment. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry and brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu, including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials, too, online at racchettis.net. Racchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Racchetti's. Back here in Braidwood tonight as Reed Custer and Wilmington get set to play some football here in the middle of the rain, although not quite as bad now. It's at least a little bit of a drizzle going on out there, but the problem at this point is the field is good and soaked, so no matter if it doesn't rain the rest of tonight or not, it's still going to be an issue as far as wetness goes. By the way, a pretty fantastic Star Spangled Banner rendition there by the singers here at Reed Custer, and now they're band out in the field as well, and I've always enjoyed watching them too. So, in any case, tonight, I know things have been stretched out a little bit on the pregame show, but we're just about set for football here from Reed Custer. Got some fireworks going off in the distance as the Comets come through that gigantic blow-up helmet there on the far sideline. So, the Comets take the field, as does Wilmington, and we'll get set for opening kick tonight here from Reed Custer. The Cats coming into tonight's game at 5-1 on the year. Of course, 4-0 in the small division of the conference, and they are the conference division champions no matter what happens here tonight. Braidwood 2-4 on the year. They are 2-2, I believe, in the conference, and 0-2 outside of it. So the band will get things finished up there on the field, and then we'll get opening kick tonight here in Braidwood. Well, one thing tonight, you're going to get a couple of things. One, both teams are going to run the ball a lot. Now, kind of like when you see some of these other schools, I wouldn't be surprised if Reed Custer came out and threw the ball a little bit, trying to stretch things out. But when it comes right down to it, you're going to see triple option offense from the Comets. You're going to see Wilmington in that classic double wing look, and that's what you're going to get most of tonight. And this could very well be a 21-7, 21-14 type of game before everything is said and done with, especially with the rain here. And, let's remember, Reed Custer's a little bit different team than some of the scores at the beginning of the year would dictate. They got a couple of guys back, so they're a little bit different up front, and they've played much better the last couple of weeks. So this will be a very good test for Wilmington here tonight. And then, the Cats, man, this is no easy road at the end of the year. You got this. I know Sandwich at the moment at 1-5 looks like, the Sandwich is 1-5, but I'm telling you, that team's playing way better than 1-5. And at the end of the year, Coal City's sitting there. So
Coal City's having a very good year. And this Reed Custer team, we're not going to know what to expect till they get out there, because with these guys back again, they're a totally different look.
Yeah, they're going to run that football a lot tonight, and you'll get the triple option, which the thing that's different, then you say, what's the difference between that and the double wing? There's a big difference. The double wing runs off mostly handoffs, and they run gaps. So what that means is one time you're running the A gap between centers and guards, and the next time you'll go B gap, and then the third time you might go outside. Every play looks very similar, but they just move it a little bit. When you're talking triple option offense, they go to that fullback dive first. If that doesn't work, the quarterback keeps it. If that doesn't work, they go pitch to the outside. And they also do splits differently too, A, B gaps and stuff. But you'll get a different look, and the field gets much more spread out in an option-style offense. You have to stay in your lanes or it can become a mess quickly. All right, well, Trey Shaw approaches, kicking off in the 40, kicking right to left. And first things first, we have a penalty before this game even gets underway.
Oh, my land.
By the way, Justin Reed back deep for Reed Custer. I believe that's Russell Page on the far side for the Comets. And Wilmington offsides on the initial kick, so they'll back it up and kick it from the 35-yard line. And that doesn't do the Cats a whole lot of favors because Trey Shaw, being just a freshman kicker, doesn't have a whole lot of power in that leg yet.
Right.
He's a very good kicker for a freshman. But, by the way, the fresh soft game tonight went to Wilmington, and what was a really fun game to watch. 29-28, Reed Custer ran out of time at the 7-yard line of Wilmington. This is a beautiful kick. Back inside the 10, goes to the 1-yard line, picked up there and returned out to the 7, and that's it. Boy, what a kick. Justin Reed returned it.
He didn't have for a strong leg.
and it died at the 1. I mean, that's the best kick I've seen Trey hit all year.
It is. That's the best one.
I say, he doesn't really have a great leg, and here he goes kicking the ball 65 yards in the air off a tee.
That was crazy.
So Reed Custer backed way up at their own 6-yard line. 1st and 10 with 11:55 to go here in the opening quarter as one receiver to each side. The Comets now set up in what is essentially their version of the double wing, but they'll run an option out of it. And now somebody jumped off sides for Reed Custer. Looks like the near side. That could be, looks like Dade Bradley out there, right, lined up on the right side, and that will back the Comets up, although not really a big penalty. It's just going to go back inside the 4-yard line, so it'll bring up 1st down and 13. But, of course, whenever you run the option, you don't want a whole lot of penalties.
No, you're requiring, you want to make about 3 yards, 4 yards a carry every time. But when you lose 5, 6 yards, oh boy.
1st and 13 for the Comets. Handoff goes to the fullback. Not a whole lot there as Josh Loomis hands it off right up the middle, and that is Austin Sunday, 5'11", 195-pound senior on the carry. Sunday gets a couple of yards back out of that, just to the outside of the 5-yard line. It's number 40.
Oh, heaven.
I'm going to go ahead and add him in. I don't think he's listed as a fullback is one of the reasons. Two receivers split out to the near side. Josh Loomis is 6'1", 175-pound junior under center tonight for the Comets. And Loomis is going to keep it himself off the right side. Not a whole lot of room, maybe a couple of yards. Good job of that Wilmington defense to kind of stack everything up on the inside.
You got about 3 yards at time.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Comets, down to 11 minutes to go opening quarter. And problem here for Reed Custer is they're not a prolific passing team, and with the rain and wetness tonight, you don't want to risk a pick 6 or something here, that's for sure.
Not a good night for a passing attack, that's for sure.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Reed Custer. One receiver to either side. Again, back up under center is Loomis out of the Comets version of the double wing. Jots back to pass, hit as he throws, incomplete. And that will bring up 4th down. It was intended for Justin Reed. Good coverage out there by Wilmington. It'll bring up 4th down and 7. And the Comets are going to be forced to punt here. And with the weather the way it is tonight, punting could be interesting before it's all said and done.
Yeah, rain's coming on down, so.
Yep, it's still falling. Not as heavy as it was earlier, but it's still coming down.
It's a much lighter type of rain, but it is coming on down.
So Brock Bolzer back deep for the Cats. And the snap back and the kick. I believe this is a Loomis playing the part of the punter as well, and this is going to die at the Reed Custer 36-yard line. So Wilmington will take over there, 1st and 10. Of course, the Cats tonight led under center by Keaton Hopwood, the 6'1", 158-pound sophomore who's gotten the starting nod at quarterback this year. Of course, the wingbacks for the Cats are Connor Dempsey, along with Matteo Lombardi and Josh Jones in there at fullback tonight. Of course, there is a change at center, and that's something we're going to need to watch. Baumeister out with that ankle injury, and Replacing him tonight is Jesse Cox. So we'll see how that goes. Hopwood up under center here, 1st and 10 from the 36. Pitch goes to Lombardi, trying to get to the outside. Inside the 35, makes a move to the 30, 25, 20, and finally chopped down at about the 18-yard line. Looks like a gain of 16 yards for Mateo Lombardi. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line of Reed Custer.
Once again, nice job of following his blocking. He went from one to the other and just followed his blocking right around the end. Didn't outrun them, and they opened the way for him down the field.
1st and 10, Cats from the 20. Again, everything packed into that double wing. Hopwood pitches it right side. Lombardi inside the 20, makes a move inside of the 15 to the 10. There is a flag down as Lombardi run out of bounds down around the 5-yard line, but there's a flag way out at the 20, and it's a hold against Wilmington. So that hold's going to bring it back, and for the Cats, those are the kind of penalties you can't afford, especially when you're trying to get a fast start here tonight.
Yeah, they had that run well covered. There's no need to hold. They could have just stood up in front of him and made that.
It goes from what would have been 1st and goal to now 1st and 20. The ball all the way back out to the 30-yard line. Of course, the way they've run the ball the first couple of downs here, I guess you just keep going with that until they stop it.
Oh, yeah.
So 1st and 20 for Wilmington from the 30. As, again, everything packed into that double wing with Josh Jones at fullback just behind Hopwood under center. Pitch comes left side. Dempsey trying to get the corner, and he's going to be flung to the ground at the 30-yard line for no gain, as the tackle made by Matthew Terry, 5'10", 175-pound junior, as Terry gets the stop there, bring up 2nd down and 20 for Wilmington.
Good job by the Comets that time stringing that out. It seemed like they were waiting for that. They had 2 or 3 guys in the big black jerseys right on this end, ready to receive him.
So 2nd and 20 here. Again, Hopwood under center, and he'll drop back, rolls right side, looking downfield, going to keep it himself inside the 20. Hopwood to the 10, and gets shoved out of bounds there.
There's another flag.
And
no,
that's going to be close to a 1st down. I think it was Hopwood's towel that actually fell off. And I believe he's going to be are they going to give him the 1st down? I thought he was just short. It's going to be 2nd down or 3rd down. It should be 3rd down and a yard, shouldn't it? Wasn't the ball at the
30?
Wasn't it at the 20, the 1st down marker? It should be at the 10.
10, right.
So it still should be 3rd down and a yard because they went ahead and moved the 1st down markers, but that was not a 1st down. So bring up 3rd down and a yard here for Wilmington.
That'd be a 19-yard gain, and there's a short 1 yard. They almost moved the chain. They were moving the chains, and they brought it back.
So 3rd down and a yard for Wilmington here. Ball at the 11-yard line of Reed Custer. Everything, all the action on the left-hand side of the field to get things started here tonight. And every single person on Reed Custer's defensive line just jumped. And again, that's because of that movement from the wingback of Wilmington. They've caught some teams this year in that. Piatone was really the only team that didn't bite on that. Everyone this year has kind of jumped off sides with that fake motion. And it gives Wilmington a 1st down, 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
Boy, and that really makes you, if you're the opposing team, that really makes you nervous about when that ball is going to be hiked.
So 1st and goal from the 6. Pitch comes left side. This is Dempsey, who's going to get inside the 5, but that's it. Pretty good job by Reed Custer's defensive front to kind of bottle that whole thing up.
It was.
And the stop made by Reed Custer's John Cowie. Cowie, a 6'2", 170-pound sophomore in there tonight for Reed Custer. Bring up 2nd and goal from the 5, down to 8:20 to go here in our opening quarter. As Wilmington knocking on the door here. So Hopwood up under center again here in motion. And again, Reed Custer jumps. That little fake motion from Connor Dempsey, and it's going to move everything half the distance, so it'll go down inside the 3-yard line.
That time, the Comets got down to only one player jumped, so the whole left side of the line, but they still had one to jump.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and goal from the 3, and as we mentioned, Wilmington has gone to that quite a few times this year, that little stop motion, and it's worked quite often. This time Lombardi goes back and nobody moves. Pitch left side, Dempsey, and he is in for the touchdown pending the flag. But there is a flag back out at the 8-yard line, and I'm not sure what that is because it came out immediately, almost like it was illegal participation or something. I mean, it was an odd time for the flag to go as soon as they snapped the ball, and I'm not really sure. Touchdown is good. So on sportsmanlike conduct on the snap, I don't know how you got a.
They didn't have a chance to move yet.
And if it is unsportsmanlike conduct in the snap, wouldn't it be?
It would probably be dead, wouldn't it?
I don't. You got me. That's an odd one. So they said the touchdown counts, which when they snap the ball, I mean, is that a dead ball penalty? But how could it be when they snapped the ball and they just threw the flag?
They must be counting it, and they were going to mark it off on the kickoff then.
All right. By the way, Mantino and Hirsch are tied up at 7 here early. Told you that game could be good tonight.
One, yes.
They're already tied at 7. We're going to keep an eye on that thing as that game goes along here tonight. And I think Coach Raints is asking for an explanation. He's just as confused as the rest of us as to what. I'm not particularly sure what they really call it because they snapped the ball immediately. I mean, it wasn't much later. It was immediately when the ball was snapped, the referee threw a flag.
Yeah, the play was right at the beginning of the play, and they threw it up in the air.
And they said the touchdown counted, but it was unsportsmanlike conduct, and it had to have been at the snap. But if it was, and now Coach Rink's still talking about what this could be. Says another strange moment in a year of strange events.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
right
that
about
much.
that. We've had some strange ones, I'll tell you.
Well, in any case, the touchdown should stand here. It'll be 6-0 unless we're missing something. With 7:40 to go in the opening quarter, and they're still explaining things to Wilmington offensively. So that will bring out Trey Shaw to attempt the extra point. That's another goofy call again in a year of goofy calls.
Yes.
Good snap, good hold. The kick here by Shaw is high and good.
Good.
So Wilmington leads at 7-0 with 7:40 to go in the opening quarter. I'm not sure if I can explain that one either, but we'll take a break. We'll come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900. Back here at Reed Custer, it's a 7-0 lead for Wilmington. And it's been an interesting start to this game. Everyone in the press box still trying to figure out what exactly happened there. And I'm not sure anyone has a legitimate explanation for any of it. But in any case, the score will remain 7-0 Wilmington. They will kick off now from their own 25-yard line.
We should have kept a scrapbook of these crazy, unusual calls.
It's been a weird year. Shaw's kick bounces over the head of the up back and is down back at the 30-yard line, which is actually a pretty effective kick for Trey Shaw.
It is.
Considering where he kicked off from. And now the Comets will have it 1st and 10. We'll see if Reed Custer can get something started here.
Well, this time they'll start in the 30-yard line instead of the 6.
So Josh Loomis heads back out there for the Comets. Boy, that was an odd beginning of the game, too, with Trey Shaw booming a kick back inside the 10-yard line. And then it rolled and just, like the wet grass just kind of
stopped it.
Grabbed it and stopped it at the 1-yard line. So here goes Reed Custer. Pitch comes near side. Here's a pass off the halfback option. Pass is caught back on the far side. And this is a huge gainer up the sideline inside the 40, down to the 35, 30. And this might go for a touchdown and will, as the pass thrown back to Josh Loomis. And Josh Loomis runs into the end zone. It was a pitch on the near side to Justin Reed. Reed passed it back to Loomis, and he scampers some 70 yards for a touchdown, but there is a flag down back at the 32-yard line. Well, let's see what this flag is. So it's an eligible receiver downfield for Reed Custer, and that's always the problem whenever you run those kind of plays that take a while. If anybody on that offensive line gets 4 or 5 yards down the field, you're at risk of getting that penalty. And
right, that's too bad.
Boy, that is a brilliant call. I mean, that's
because Reed is their other quarterback, and so all they had to do was elaborate back to him. He went around the side, stopped, and passed back to the original quarterback down the other side. Nobody was over there.
That was a brilliant call and a nice run by Josh Loomis too.
Yeah, he did.
But for Reed Custer, they get called for a penalty, and it's 1st and 15 now for the Comets with 7:23 to go opening quarter, back at their own 25-yard line. Loomis going to keep it himself, and not much there. Gain of about 2 yards. They'll bring up 2nd down and 13 for the Comets as Landon Flynn ends up making the tackle for Wilmington.
Boy, that was a beautiful play.
So the Comets will have it 2nd down and a long 13 here. 2 receivers out to the near side, and the Comets with 3 backs in that backfield now as Loomis fakes to the left, throws it to the right. There's no one there. It's picked up by Wilmington for a touchdown.
Oh.
What in the world happened there? Brock Bolzer just picked it up and ran into the end zone. I don't understand. He faked going to the left, threw it back to the right, but there was literally nobody on the right side of the field.
He just took for granted the guy was coming around from their left to the right. He lateraled it back, but there was nobody coming. He went the opposite direction.
And there is an injury for Reed Custer, and I'm wondering if maybe when that back went to cut back to come back to the near side of the field, if he got injured and was supposed to be back on the right-hand side, because coming off is, I think that's A.J. Cherry, and I'm wondering if he was supposed to be the guy coming back across. But that was an odd sequence because Loomis pitched it, and there was literally nobody on this half of the field.
One of the things he did was he pitched without looking back. He just assumed he was going to be there. Again, I've never seen somebody pitch back without looking.
And it just laid on the ground, and Brock Bolzer just picked it up and ran in the end zone. It's been some odd things happening in the first quarter as that kick is no good, and it will stay 13-0 Wilmington, 6:38 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network. When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk, Allred & Associates are here to help. with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today. Well, the Cats get a couple of quick scores here in the first quarter to lead at 13-0. It's kind of been the perfect storm of disappointment for Reed Custer. I mean, it's they've just had to deal with some strange things.
They went from a chance to tie up the score to losing another touchdown.
So this kick returned out to near the 26-yard line for the Comets. That's where they'll start 1st and 10. Yeah, you go from the first play of the game with Trey Shaw kicking the ball to the 1-yard line on the kickoff and sent Reed Custer way back at the 6-yard line to then the Comets pitching the ball to a spot where there's no one at, and Wilmington is running into the end zone. And before that, the 70-yard touchdown pass called back off the halfback option because of an eligible receiver downfield.
You talk about a crazy set of plays, a crazy set of downs.
Yeah.
This has been crazy.
So 1st and 10 for the Comets from their own 26-yard line, we'll call it. Loomis drops back the pass, fires deep down the far sideline. That is incomplete at the 40 of Wilmington. Pretty good coverage out there by Matteo Lombardi. And a halfway decent pass from Loomis, too, actually.
Yeah, Lombardi did a good job of taking the inside and cutting him off so he couldn't get to the ball. The ball was a little underthrown and a little bit toward the inside when he needed it toward the outside.
I believe that was Russell Page, 6'4", 170-pound senior on that route.
Yeah, he probably threw that thing 35 yards in the air.
Again, one receiver to either side. Loomis under center with those 3-back sets. Handoff goes up the middle for a gain of 2, maybe 3, as Austin Sunday, the fullback on the carry for the Comets. He'll pick up a couple to bring up 3rd down and 8 for Reed Custer. And the problem now for the Comets becomes when you run a triple option offense and you get down, you're in trouble.
Usually it takes you time to score. Now, if they come with another one of those flea flicker play things, score quick. But, boy, if it's a normal offense, it takes a while for them to get down there.
So 2 receivers to the near side. And now Loomis under center, drops back the pass, rolls right side, pressured. Almberg hits him as he throws it, and it's incomplete. It wouldn't have been a 1st down anyway. Anders Almberg with nice pressure back on Loomis. It was intended for A.J. Cherry, and he tried to slide to the ground and come up with it and could not. It'll bring up 4th and 8 for the Comets.
Yeah, that was nice pressure on the quarterback, and that's what the Wildcats need the rest of the year is good pressure on the quarterback.
So now Reed Custer will be forced to punt. Brock Bolzer back deep for the Cats. As Josh Loomis will punt it away. Low snap, but handled well by Loomis. He kicks it away from Bolzer, and it will go out of bounds at the Reed Custer 47-yard line. So that's effectively about a 15, maybe 17-yard punt. Well, and now there's a flag down. And that flag is about 15 seconds after the play is over. I mean, it's literally the 2 teams were off the field changing sides.
I've already
what? So 12 men on the field, the play was over. Literally, the play is over, and they called 12 men on the field and then just gave Reed Custer a 1st down. What in the how has that happened? That's the play. Literally, both teams were changing offense and defense.
I had already written everything out. My thing was over.
He threw the flag as they were changing offense and defense. What in the world are we watching?
This is crazy. Well, yeah, they got a first down out of it. I don't know how you did, but they did.
I don't understand. Okay, well, we'll just go with it. 1st and 10 for Reed Custer from the 42-yard line of the Comets. I don't.
How do you get a 15-yard penalty out of that?
I don't know. 12 men on the field is a 15-yarder? Okay. Well, rolling right side is Loomis. He'll flip it back across. This is caught inside the 50 to the 40 to the 30, down to the 20, and all the way to the 17-yard line. And Reed Custer will have it there, 1st and 10 off a big pass play. It will be a gain of 40 on that pass.
Did you see who caught it? No. Yeah.
By the way, these black numbers on black jerseys isn't exactly
that's terrible.
Greatest idea. So to bring up 1st and 10 for Reed Custer from the 18-yard line of Wilmington. And the handoff goes to Austin Sunday, and a nice gain on 1st down as Austin will churn ahead down to the 14-yard line of Wilmington. Will bring up 2nd down and 6 for Reed Custer. I'm not even really sure what to say anymore about some of this.
I'll tell you, they aren't partial.
All right, 1 receiver to either side. Loomis back under center. Again, 3-back set here for Reed Custer. Sunday with a huge hole. He's going to get all the way down to about the 5-yard line. They'll pick up a gain of 9, and it will be 1st and goal for Reed Custer from the 5.
Now Reed Custer's got a little excitement. Adrenaline is flowing in their veins, and boy, they're knocking some holes in that line.
I'm telling you, if they can execute those screen passes and some misdirection passes, that's a huge bonus for the Comets.
They're killing Wilmington's over pursuit.
So 1 receiver to either side. Josh Loomis up under center. And the handoff goes to Sunday. Gets another nice gain. Picks up about 3 yards or so. And it'll bring up 2nd down and goal. The ball must have squirted free, but Reed Custer got it back. It'll bring up 2nd and goal for the Comets from the 2.
Unbelievable. Craziest thing I've ever seen.
I thought we saw the craziest thing we ever saw at Piatone when they called that play back. And the handoff goes up the middle, and nobody has made a signal yet. They're going to say 3rd down. At least the ref on the far side said 3rd down. And nope, no signal. And now they do say touchdown.
Oh, that's got to be crazy now. Come on.
I don't believe. You know what?
That's unbelievable.
What do you see? I don't know what you see.
Well, it ends up as a touchdown, so Reed Custer will kick an extra point here. I'm not sure if they know it was or not, but in any case, here's the snap. Good snap, good hold. The kick is good as well. So Reed Custer takes advantage of whatever you want to call that. And the kick by Peyton New is good. And it's Wilmington 13, Reed Custer 7 with 3:21 to go in the 1st quarter. We're back in a moment. You're listening to Cats Football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. All right, so 13-7 is the lead for Reed Custer here with 3:21 to go in the first quarter in what's been an insane first quarter of football, that's for sure. As the kick approached here, it'll be taken down at the 20 on a bounce. Returned out to the 25. Good move by Bolzer. Out to the 30, and Wilmington will start there, 1st and 10. I'll say this much. It's been entertaining.
It's been.
I don't know.
I think there's a different word for it. It's been mystifying. We've watched it. We still don't know what we've seen.
We're at what? We still have 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, and there's been at least 3 plays where no one, we're at Reed Custer's press box, and no one can come up with an explanation on at least 3 plays in the first quarter.
It's been unbelievable.
So 6 down linemen here. Handoff to Lombardi. Has a big hole off the right side across the 35 to the 40. Lombardi breaks a tackle across midfield. Matteo Lombardi is gone. 70-yard touchdown run from Matteo Lombardi, and it's now 19-7, the lead for Wilmington with 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Whenever you let Matteo get in the open field, it's good night. That was quick, and I mean quick touchdown.
Boy, I tell you, he turns on the speed. He just leaves everybody.
I'll tell you, too, don't go anywhere during this game tonight because you have no idea what you're going to miss.
I tell you what's the most impressive thing about that, well, except for his speed, when he got hit up here about the 40-yard line and they had him wrapped up, it looked like he just kept turning right on through him.
Broke a couple of tackles, and then out at the 50-yard line breaks another tackle, and then after that he's gone.
And then he just turned it on.
So Trey Shaw on to attempt the extra point here. 3 minutes to go in our opening quarter. It's 19-7, and this kick is good. Boy, was that boom through. And it's a 20-7 lead for Wilmington with 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today. 20-7 is the lead for Wilmington here with 3 minutes to go opening quarter as Trey Shaw will tee it up at the 40, kickoff right to left here as we sit, thankfully, inside the Reed Custer press box here tonight. I'll tell you what, it's been interesting tonight, although since opening kick, it's just been a little misting. It hasn't been like a driving downpour or anything. This kick by Shaw taken at the 5-yard line, out across the 20. There's a flag down and return to the 24. And that's typically in the neighborhood of holding for Reed Custer. Let's see what this penalty is. Looks like holding on the Comets, so that will back them up inside the 20. Somewhere down inside the 15-yard line, it looks like here. By the way, keeping up on that Mantino-Herscher score tonight, it is 7-7 so far down there. We'll do our best to bring you updates on that whenever we can. So And then later on tonight, we'll have a check of the IHSA football scoreboard as well, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. We'll have our first full check of that at halftime tonight during the Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria halftime show. So if you're home tonight or you're out and about in your car or you're in another state or in another country, I appreciate you joining us here tonight from Braidwood.
Better stay tuned in because this night you don't know what's going to happen next.
Handoff goes to the fullback, and that's just thrown backwards. That's got to be Sunday, and a combination of about 6 different Wildcats make the stop there. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Reed Custer.
They're going to give him a half a yard.
Well, if you're the Comets tonight, you know, every 6, 7, 8 plays, you're going to have to put the ball in the air a little bit and do what they've been doing with some of that misdirection and kind of screen passes and stuff, because I got a feeling that for the most part tonight, that's going to be your yardage makers.
Yeah,
I don't think the Cats are going to give up a ton of yardage on the ground.
The Cats are going to have to be, once they're over pursuit.
Pass down the near sideline. That is through the hands of the intended receiver. I believe that is Russell Page. That is a beautiful pass, by the way, from Josh Loomis.
It was right on.
I mean, on the money at the 50, only where Page could have caught it. It was really good coverage from Lombardi, too.
Yes,
but
it was.
There was nothing he could do about that. If he catches that, congratulations, because that's about as good as you can get coverage-wise.
Yeah, no, he was right with him. But that was a nicely thrown pass right up in the air over the receiver's head, so that he was the only one that could get to it.
And that's what I mean. That's what Reed Custer has to do tonight. You're going to have to take some shots because Wilmington's going to keep scoring. 2 receivers to the far side, 3rd down and 10 for Reed Custer. As the pitch comes near side, fumble on the play, picked up, another touchdown. This one run in by Landon Flynn. Pitch comes near side off the hands of A.J. Cherry. Landon Flynn picks it up off the grass and walks the 7 or 8 yards into the end zone, and Wilmington now up 26-7 with 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the opening quarter. And this game could not have started in a rougher fashion for Reed Custer. Just everything that could possibly go wrong for the Comets has, other than getting a break on the one penalty call that ended up giving them a touchdown. But fumbles tonight and the kickoff going down to the 1 yard line, and that snap goes through the hands of the holder. Trey Shaw's going to try to run it in, and he's not going to get there, as that snap just went right through the hands of Golson, I think, and it's no good.
We can give the credit for that to the wet field.
Yeah.
Wet air.
26-7 is the lead for Wilmington tonight over Reed Custer. 2:02 to go in the first. We'll take a break. Come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
Trey Shaw with the kick, and it bounces down at the 35, and a sliding play made at the, we'll make that the 25-yard line. And the Comets will take over there 1st and 10. Yeah, we still have 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
I would never have believed all that happened in 1 quarter. And we still aren't done with the first quarter yet.
I mean, that's just a big old pile of craziness is what all that was.
It was some of the weirdest stuff I've seen. Oh.
So one receiver to either side, and up under center is Loomis. As Loomis drops back the pass, fires near sideline, incomplete. As good coverage out there by Lombardi on Russell Page to try to make a move, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10, and that was a really late flag.
Another flag?
2 flags, as a matter of fact, that came in real late. Could be unsportsmanlike or a late hit or something here. Personal foul of some sort. And there's 2 flags out there, so whatever it was relatively obvious. Well, there was holding on Reed Custer. There's unsportsmanlike on Wilmington, and now let the games begin to figure out what happens here.
This ought to be interesting. I'm going to watch this one.
I think they're going to mark them both off. So they're going to mark 10 yards back, then they'll mark the 15 off. And we'll be right back at
original line of scrimmage.
Well, not too far from it anyway. So they mark off both penalties. Because the 10-yard, the reason it doesn't end up being 5 yards to the good is because they mark the holding penalty off from where the penalty occurred. So Reed Custer ends up getting 1 yard out of the penalty because of the holding penalty being backed up anyway. So it'll effectively be 1st and 9 for Reed Custer. Yeah, that one was for sure. Ball out at about the 26-yard line, close to the 27. Loomis drops back the pass, fires right side, caught out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Caught there by Russell Page as Matteo Lombardi on the tackle for Wilmington. That should be enough for a 1st down and is a gain of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Comets. And the thing is, Loomis can throw the ball like that.
Yes, he can.
I mean, they can move the ball a little bit tonight. He's not your typical option quarterback. He can throw the ball. 1 receiver to either side. Again, 3-back set. And keeping it up the middle with Austin Sunday are the Comets. And that doesn't go much of anywhere. I mean, you might get a yard to the good. That's about it. We're going to give him a little bit of forward progress and a gain of a yard. So bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Comets here.
Wildcats are going to have to try to get some pressure on Loomis when he goes back to pass because, boy, he can put the ball down the field.
Under a minute to go here in the 1st quarter. And Wilmington looks like they're about ready to send everybody here. And they fake the blitz. Pass over the middle, incomplete. That shot over the head of Corey McGregor at midfield. And there's another flag.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
So this one at the 35-yard line, it's got to be a hold on Reed Custer, and it is. So this will go to.
I mean, this is getting crazy, isn't it? So
well, I mean, we've been playing the 1st quarter for 45 minutes, I think, pretty close to it. So holding penalty will back this up from the 35-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 23. So ball back at the 25.
Marking off from where the offense occurred, I guess.
All right. 1 receiver to either side. Loomis back under center. Again, basically their version of the double wing here with a couple of slot backs. And we have a timeout to Reed Custer. 38 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. 26-7 is the lead for Wilmington. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu, including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials, too, online at ricchettis.net. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Ricchetti's. Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916.
Out of the timeout, pass is caught out to the 43-yard line. And it's Russell Page on the reception before he gets hit by Andy Rodewald. A gain of 17 yards or so. Well, actually, maybe more than that. I'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Reed Custer from their own 44-yard line. Down to 6 seconds to go in the quarter. Reed Custer trying to get one more play off here, and they will. This will be the last play of the quarter. Loomis rolls left, looking downfield, fires incomplete, and there was just nobody out there to throw to. And it'll bring up 4th down and 5 for the Comets as we head to the second quarter. Wilmington leads it 26-7 over Reed Custer. Take a break, come back to the second quarter in just a moment. You're listening to Cats Football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900. When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred & Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred & Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred & Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred & Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred & Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
So it goes from 4th and 4 to 4th and 8 magically at the beginning of the second quarter, and this will roll inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. What in the world?
Reed Custer just lost four yards in the changing of the field.
It was 4th and 4 on this side of the 50. They go to the start of the second quarter, and it's 4th and 8.
And no time came off the clock.
Okay, 1st and 10 I'm just going to march on. 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 14-yard line. Yes, that's guy next to me in the press box said, make sure to tell your audience you're not making mistakes. They are. He's right. I can't explain it. Handoff comes this side. Matteo Lombardi makes a move across the 25. Lombardi to the 30, 35, 40. Lombardi makes another move, and Matteo Lombardi is gone. Lombardi all the way into the end zone, an 87-yard touchdown run. He made a couple of really nice moves, and then once he got out in the open, he just took off to the end zone.
Boy, he just turned on the afterburners, and that was it.
But they ran kind of looked like a sweep to the near side with Lombardi, and that play has worked all night, and he just made a couple of moves, and then boom, he's gone.
He did a couple of nice moves, a little to the right and a little to the left again, and then turned on the switches, and out he went.
So it will be now 32-7, and Wilmington will set up for an extra point with 11:43 to go in the half.
This has been kind of a test here.
Good snap, good hold by Golson, and the kick is sky high, but it does go through, and it's 33-7, the lead for Wilmington. 11:43 to go in our first half of play. Even with this score, I wouldn't go anywhere because it's been entertaining. We'll be back in just a moment with Wildcats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG-tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
This kick taken up the near side by Zach Hall. Hall up the sideline. Gets inside the 35 to the 30, all the way down to the Wilmington 25-yard line on the return by Zach Hall. Boy, that's a really nice play for Zach. And Reed Custer will have it 1st and 10 from the Wilmington 25-yard line.
Looked a little like Lombardi running there
with
his changes in direction.
Get this. Mantino leads Herscher 14-7. I told you, don't sleep on Mantino if you're Herscher, and they have a 7-point lead over the Tigers tonight. One receiver to either side. Back under center is Loomis. And he will hand it to the fullback down to near the 21-yard line. That is Ryan Shepard, a 5'10", 175-pound junior on that carry. Bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Comets. One receiver to either side. Again, 2 backs set here with 1 wing back as well. And again, handoff comes near side, down near the 10-yard line.
Right. Nice gain.
Again, Shepard with the carry. He'll pick up 10 yards, actually 9. And a Reed Custer 1st down as Andy Rodewald made the stop for Wilmington.
Strange. One instance, Wilmington looks really good in defense. The next instance, they look really poor.
Well, this is all kick-started by that kickoff return by Zach Hall, that's for sure. Pitch goes far side. Zach Hall trying to get the corner, and that's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a yard, and that's going to be it. There is a flag down at the 10. See what happens on this play.
Flag on most of the plays, is it?
So flag down here is, we'll see what this penalty is. Again, it was really early in the set. It looks like a legal motion is what they're, or legal shift, one or the other is what they're going to call. And Rain's saying, hey, are you going to ask me if I want the penalty or not? Because there's the illegal shift. So they will make it now 1st down and 15 for Reed Custer. 10:47 to go in the half. They'll wind the clock here. So one receiver on either side is up under center again is Loomis with that basically double here. Loomis drops back to pass. Going to keep it himself. Tries to get left side. Got spun away and then gets hammered to the ground at this 16-yard line. Good pursuit by Andrew Gramlich, who ends up bringing him down, and essentially no gain. It'll bring up 2nd down at 15. Anders Almberg in on that stop as well for Wilmington.
He got loose there, and I thought he was going to escape into the backfield of Wilmington, but they round him up and put him down fast.
2nd down at 14. Hand off to the fullback out of this set. That's Ryan Shepard. And he will get down to near the 15-yard line. It'll bring up third down and about 13 for Reed Custer here as Landon Flynn makes the stop for Wilmington.
Did they? 2 yards?
Well, it's almost no gain. I mean, you can give them 1 if you want to be generous. 1 receiver to either side. Loomis under center, again with their version of the double wing here as Loomis drops back to pass. Hit as he throws. Almost intercepted by Gramlich. Good pressure by Anders Almberg in the backfield for Wilmington. It'll bring up 4th down and a long 13 for the Comets. And that time, Wilmington was ready for the pass.
Yes. And that's what you do to thwart the passing attack. You don't give them time. And almost turned it over.
And I'll tell you this much. Anders Almberg has been a huge addition to that Wilmington defense since he's come back from his injury. I mean, he's been there 2-3 weeks, and he has made a big difference.
Last week he made a couple of great plays in sacking the quarterback.
And he's a big kid. I want to say 6'4". So Loomis under center, 4th down and a long 13, drops back, fires it outside. The receiver fell down and still almost made the catch, but it's incomplete.
Great effort.
It was intended for Russell Page, who slipped coming out of his cut. And Wilmington will take over 1st and 10 with 9:20 to go in the half. And Wilmington leading 33-7. Well, it's been one of those halves, a long half of football, to say the least. And Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from their own 16-yard line. Shotgun formation now for Wilmington. I believe this is Connor Dempsey in there at quarterback. As the handoff went to Matteo Lombardi, who got bent over backwards, and that looked nasty, but Matteo does manage to get back up, but he's limping a little bit. We'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Wilmington as Connor Dempsey, either they're just giving him just a run at quarterback here or something's going on with Keaton Hopwood. Not really sure.
Now this is a little bit of a surprise.
Hopwood's just standing over there on the sidelines. It might just be a planned set of downs here for Dempsey. As handoff goes, Lombardi left side has a big hole across the 25 to the 30. Lombardi breaks free again. Matteo Lombardi might go again. Inside the 40 to the 30 to the 20. Matteo Lombardi into the end zone. Again. That is an 84-yard touchdown run by Matteo Lombardi.
Can you believe that? 87 last time, 84 this time.
And I'm telling you, even there, broke a couple of tackles and then just ran away from everybody.
Boy, his breakaway speed.
He's got such speed in the open field. Once he gets out of there, it's rough.
There was 1 or 2 Comets that were going to try to run him down that time. Had good speed, too. But he just turned on a little bit faster and gradually pulled away from him.
Wow, what a run by Matteo Lombardi.
This is something he can remember for the rest of his life. And boy, how many times do you have a game you do this in?
So snap is a little bit high. Good hold by John Golson, though. That is a great job by John. And the kick by Trey Shaw is good. 40-7 is the lead for Wilmington. 8:23. Yeah, you heard me right. There's still 8 minutes to go in the half. We'll take a break. Come back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Best Busy Bees today.
(40-7) is the lead for Wilmington with 8:23 to go in the first half. Trey Shaw approaches this kick. Another nice kickoff here by Trey. Bounces at the 20 and picked up there. Return up the near side. And then finally shoved out of bounds at the 43-yard line as Russell Page on the return.
Last 3 times the Wildcats have had the ball, they've run off 14 seconds, 17 seconds, and 56 seconds for 3 touchdowns.
So it'll bring up 1st and 10 for Reed Custer from their own 42-yard line.
And I tell you what, Reed Custer has looked really threatening. I mean, their offense has been so close.
Yeah, it hasn't looked bad. It's just there's been a couple. The 2 fumble return for touchdowns were just, those were killers. And then anytime Lombardi has gotten the edge, he's just been gone.
Looks like we lost a lineman here. The Comets have got one limping off here, number 73.
That is Matthew Terry needing some help to get off the field. Might be cramping up, actually.
That might be what it is. It might be a cramp.
And timeout to Wilmington. 8:17 to go in the half. 40-7 is the lead for the Cats. They use a timeout here, so we will take a break as well. Back with more Cats football here on the Christian Internet Sports Network in a moment.
Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
So A.J. Cherry on the carry here will pick up a couple, maybe 3. Andrew Gramlich on the stop for Wilmington will bring up 2nd down and 8 for Reed Custer from their own 44.
Looks like he might have a little more open field to run there, but Cats quickly shut off that side.
One receiver to either side again. Kind of almost a doubling look from Reed Custer. Loomis fires near side. That pass is caught down to the Wilmington 39-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. Russell Page on the reception for the Reed Custer. Bring up 1st and 10 for the Comets from the Wilmington 39-yard line.
Page has been a good target the first half. He's gotten 3 catches now, 12, 17, and 17 yards respectively. And when you give him time, Loomis time, he can throw the ball.
Josh drops back the pass. Pressure, tries to get away, gets hit as he throws, and that's incomplete. And it will bring up 2nd down and 10 for Reed Custer. Just absolutely no time for Loomis that time around. Had to get rid of the football.
Yeah, it was a very smart play. He was running for his life, this way, trying to buy a little time, but there wasn't any time to be bought. He finally threw it out of bounds. Yeah, that's what you have to do against Loomis. You can't give him any time. That fella can really put the ball on the spot with the receivers.
2nd and 10 for Reed Custer from the 39 of Wilmington. Handoff goes to the fullback. And this gets stacked up. Austin Sunday on the carry for Reed Custer. Picks up about 3 yards. And will bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Comets with 7:30 and counting to go here in the first half.
Is that Austin?
So 3rd down and 7 here. 1 receiver to either side. Again, up under center is Loomis. So he's taking his time here. And now takes the snap, drops back the pass, fires near side, caught, and this is going to go for a touchdown. That is a really nice throw and a nice run by Russell Page. A 36-yard touchdown pass from Loomis to Page, and that was a really nice route. And it looked like Lombardi kind of slipped to the ground, and give Russell Page some credit. He made a nice move and just ran right into the end zone.
So I talk about Lombardi, his feet slip out from underneath him quite frequently, and that time and again. But nice pass, nice play. I tell you, you don't feel comfortable whatever the score is because they can score quickly.
Good snap, good hold, and a nice kick by Peyton New. With 7:01 to go in the half, it's Wilmington 40, Reed Custer 13. We'll take a break, come back with more Cat football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Ricetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu, including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials, too, online at ricettis.net. Ricetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Ricetti's. Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916.
Well, Reed Custer tried to run an onside kick. The problem is there's about 3 guys offside. So they'll back it up, and Reed Custer will have to kick away. I mean, it's not a bad idea to try an onside kick there, but you got to make sure you're ready to go before you run up and try to kick it.
Well, they've given up 87 and 83 yards, respectively, in the last 2 touchdowns at one play. So they figured, I guess, if we get the ball back right here, if not, no worse being up here than it is back there.
There has been a recent trend in football among a few high schools to never punt and never kick off. You always do an onside kick and always go for it on 4th down.
Really?
I've seen that from a few different high schools. So this runner comes down at the 28, picked up there, returned out across the 35 to near the 37 by Andy Rodewald. And Wilmington with a 40-14 lead with 6:56 to go here in the half. That's enough time for these teams to score 3 or 4 more times.
Oh, yeah. The way it's going tonight, it is.
I'm going to tell you something else. Mateo Lombardi might end up with 500 yards rushing tonight at this rate. He's got to be over 200 already. And now a timeout to Reed Custer. They didn't have the right people on the field. So what has been a long first half continues to get much longer. 6:56 to go in the half. 40-14 the lead for Wilmington. Once again, we'll take a break. Back with more Cats football in a moment.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
40-14 is the lead for Wilmington. $6:56 to go in the half. This pitch went back, and the ball squirted free because the running back slipped to the ground, but Wilmington will keep the football.
Number 29.
And Josh Jones ended up with it. And this part of the field, I mean, all the action tonight has been on this end of the field, and it's getting chewed up pretty good at this point. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
They went to hand it off to Josh Jones, and his cutting foot slipped out from underneath him. Just he was getting the handoff, and he went down. But fortunately, he fell the same way the ball went.
So again, Connor Dempsey in there, quarterback out of the gun. Hands it off near side. Lombardi across the corner. Fumble the football, and Reed Custer has it. At the Wilmington 49-yard line, or they should. I mean, they were on top of it in a hurry, but let's see. Maybe they didn't end up with it. Yes, they do. So the Comets will get the ball back after the run by Matteo Lombardi. He gained a good 12 yards and then just lost the football. Got tackled from behind, and it just went shot forward.
Yeah, I thought it was knocked out when he hit the ground, but I guess they don't. Doesn't make any difference. They got it.
By the way, Matteo Lombardi is closing in on 300 yards rushing in the first half, and there's still 6 minutes to go. That's a lot of rushing yards. Back to the double wing here. One receiver to either side. Loomis drops back to pass, pressured by Almberg. Rolls out far side, fires incomplete. And not even really a receiver anywhere near that. Loomis just trying to get rid of the football to bring up 2nd and 10. And for the Comets, this is kind of what you're reduced to at this point. It's just a passing team. And to be quite honest with you,
they're better.
I think they're just as good anyway, passing it as they are running it.
Yeah, I do too. They can do a fantastic job.
Josh can wing the football. That's what I think. One receiver to either side. Again, 3-back set here. Loomis going to hand it off to the fullback, and that goes nowhere. Matter of fact, might lose a couple of yards as Wilmington's pursuit is all over the place. And Sunday on the carry, and he'll lose a yard. It'll bring up 3rd down and 11. So 3rd and 11 coming up for Reed Custer. The ball right at the midfield stripe. And really, if the Comets could get a score here, change the complexion of this game a little bit. One receiver to either side. Loomis under center. Again, their double wing here is Loomis jots back to pass. Fires. Caught! And what a grab down to the 25-yard line. 25-yard pass. What a grab by Russell Page. That was a beauty. That might be the catch of the year.
That was beautiful. One hand, it was over his head. He stretched out as far as he could and kind of jumped a little bit and took it in with the one hand and went down. Fantastic catch.
So one receiver to the far side, one back to the near. As Loomis up under center. And will drop back to pass again. And rolls left side, looking downfield, fires incomplete, goes through the hands of the intended receiver at the 10-yard line.
Boy, no wonder he didn't catch that. That thing was like a rocket.
Bring up
10 yards down the field, boom.
Bring up 2nd and 10. Bryce Martis, the intended receiver for the Comets. And there's still a lot of time left in the half. There's still 5 minutes to go in the first half.
That's crazy.
We're closing in. What time is it? 8:45? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is, 8:45.
An hour and 15 minutes. Loomis drops back to pass, pressured, hit as he throws. No, they're going to call it a fumble, and Wilmington's going to have it. And Wilmington does have it as that ball popped free, and it looked like the Cats ended up on top of it, and that might be Mason Van Dyne who ended up with, well, could have been Blaine Shiree, too. I had a hard time to see if it's 88 or 68. It certainly looked to me like the arm might have been coming forward, but, and it will be a Wilmington first down.
They're going to call a penalty on their coach for going all the way out the field.
Okay. So on sportsmanlike, we'll move it all the way out to the 43-yard line, and Wilmington will have it there, 1st and 10.
That's too bad. I can understand what the coach was saying.
I can too, because I would have been arguing the same thing. Because
it was so close. I mean, it could have been that his arm was coming forward a little bit. I think it was going back, but it could have been coming forward. I mean, it was close enough that it could have been called either way.
So the Cats will have it 1st and 10. I mean, it looked to me like he was throwing the ball, but
I mean, it was close enough that I think you'd have to assume that.
And
I don't know.
Coach Rintz is going to use timeout here. Good grief, we can't play more than 10 seconds of this game without something happening.
Some controversial thing of some kind.
4:50 to go in the half. Be sure to stick around for our halftime show tonight, brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria, where they have their daily specials all week long over there at Ricchetti's in downtown Coal City. Big thank you to them for sponsoring things again this year. We will have a check of your first half stats, and for a couple of guys, it's ridiculous. And we'll also get a check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. We've got, I don't know, a truckload of scores to go through tonight as well, as we normally do. We'll do all of that and more at the Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria halftime show here with 5 minutes or so to go on that clock, so probably an hour before we get to that halftime show.
Yes, you heard right. We aren't at halftime yet.
I mean, this has been the longest. And there's been every timeout has been used. There's been a boatload of penalties. There's been a lot of scoring. And so Wilmington goes shotgun out of the double wing with Connor Dempsey working out of that gun. Takes the snap and will keep it himself. Connor out near midfield will get tripped up at the 49-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 6, close to 7, as Gavin Harrison, 5'10", 285-pound junior, makes a stop for the Comets. Bring up 2nd and 4 after a gain of 6.
Nice strong run right through the arms of a tackler.
So Rodewald and Josh Jones are the wingbacks. Dempsey's going to put the ball in the air, far side, caught by Rodewald, had to dive to make the catch, but he does do that. It'll be a gain of 6 yards on the pass play to Jacob Rodewald, and a Wilmington first down at the Reed Custer 44-yard line.
That's Wilmington's first pass, and they got a completion for 6 yards.
So again, Connor Dempsey out of the shotgun. Matteo Lombardi lined up to his left, and the wingbacks are Josh Jones and Andy Rodewald. At least that's who it has been. Now Rodewald and Lombardi split out to the near side, and I believe Josh Jones is the setback here next to Dempsey. Jones with a carry, breaks a couple of tackles, still going inside the 30, down to the 25, and finally to the 24-yard line. A gain of 20 on that run from Josh Jones.
Well, he broke a couple of tackles that time. Nice strong run by Josh.
And he is a load to bring down. There's some strength with Josh Jones.
If you need a yard or two, or if you want to make a yard or two, put him as the blocking back, lead the way. Oh boy, clear the way.
Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 at the Reed Custer 24-yard line. 40-14 the lead for Wilmington. 3:46 to go in the half. 2 receivers split out to the near side. Connor Dempsey out of the shotgun here with Jones to his right. And again, Jones with a carry, breaks a tackle, still dragging people with him down inside the 20 to near the 18-yard line. Good gain on first down there for Josh.
Got about
a gain of 7 on the run from Josh. Bringing up 2nd down and 3.
About the time you get used to Matteo Lombardi running the ball and put Josh Jones running again.
And Lombardi and Rodewald split out to the near side as wide receivers. Dempsey takes the snap and fumble on the play by Josh Jones, but Wilmington got the ball back. Jones got about 4 yards before he coughed up the football, and it was recovered down near the 10-yard line. I believe Might have been Van Dyne who ended up on top of that. So 2:50 to go in the half. Wilmington on the march here, but there's been loose footballs all night.
Yeah, have you thought that Wilmington's been carrying the ball a little loose? I've only watched them. I thought some of those guys need to guard it better.
Again, Dempsey out of the gun with Jones to his left. Handoff goes to Josh Jones, and there is a penalty flag down. So this will bring things back here. There's been a litany of penalties tonight.
Holding.
So it'll be first and goal from the 19-yard line of Reed Custer. So first and goal from the 19. Wilmington will stay out of that shotgun formation with two receivers to the near side as Connor Dempsey stays in there at quarterback with Jones to his right. And Jones with dragging tacklers all the way inside the 10, still going, and finally tripped up at the 7-yard line. Josh Jones picking up about 12 more for Josh, but he's going to head to the sideline, limping a little bit. And now finally falls to the ground. So Josh has been the main go-to guy this entire drive and can't stay in there.
Oh, boy.
Hopefully that's just a cramp for Josh. I mean, they're taking a look at him on the sideline. That would be a huge loss for Wilmington, not necessarily for tonight, but for the future. If Dempsey under center, he dropped the football, and I think Wilmington got it back, but it's so wet tonight that so it'll bring up third down and goal from about the 7-yard line for Wilmington. The clock rolls down under a minute to go. Wilmington's going to use the entire clock, score or not, on this drive. Now down to 5 seconds to go on the play clock, and Wilmington's going to use a timeout. With 40 seconds to go in the half, the Cats lead at 40-14. Timeout here. We'll take one as well. Back with more Cats football in just a moment.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
Well, it looks like Josh Jones is back in there, so that had to have been just a cramping issue for Josh as he is in at wingback. Dempsey out of the shotgun, takes the snap there. And a handoff comes near side. I think this is Lombardi, and Matteo Lombardi into the end zone again. 6-yard touchdown run for Matteo Lombardi, and that will make it 46-14 with 33 seconds to go in the half.
Well, he's only scored 4 touchdowns in the first half.
And I think, quite honestly, Wilmington could run that play the rest of tonight and probably score on 50% of those handoffs. He has so much speed.
Yeah, he is just getting outside faster than the Comets can close it off.
46-14. Trey Shaw on to attempt the extra point. Good snap by Josh Jones. Hold by Golson, and the kick goes wide to left.
I think it's going to be rough in the kicker.
And look, there's a flag.
How about that? That's a good way to end the half, isn't
Yeah,
it?
we haven't seen one of those in a few minutes. So it's roughing the kicker against Reed Custer. So the Comets will take that, and we'll see what Wilmington likes to do here. That might be something that you do.
Running into the kicker.
Did he just say personal foul running into the kicker? Isn't that two different things?
Personal foul would be a 15-yarder. Running the kicker would be like a 5-yarder.
So it'll bring up now the extra point from the 1.5 more or less, and Wilmington's going to try this again. Good snap, good hold, and the kick by Trey Shaw is good. 47-14 is the lead for Wilmington. 33 seconds to go in the half. Be sure to stick around for our halftime show brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria over there in downtown Coal City, where they have daily specials. Be sure to stop in and say thank you for them sponsoring each and every game here on the Christian Internet Sports Network this year, as Ricchetti's has been a yearly sponsor over the last few years. We appreciate that. We'll have a check of your first half stats tonight. We'll also take a check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. We got scores from all over the place. And then we'll also get you set for our second half of football. It is 9 o'clock Central Time. 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
And we haven't gotten to halftime yet. We
No.
started this game, I think, at like 7:20 or 7:25. That's a long first half of football, my friends. So Wilmington will tee it up at the 40. They'll kick it off left to right here. Well, Matteo Lombardi right at 300 yards rushing or so in this first half. He's put 4 touchdowns on the board, and that last drive was pretty much all entirely on the legs of Josh Jones until he got down there near the end zone, and Josh was cramping up a little bit, so they went to Lombardi out of that fullback position and got another touchdown there. Here's a roller, and it's fallen on back at the 32-yard line. And the Comets will have it 1st and 10 from there. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Reed Custer from their own 32-yard line. We'll see what happens here. There's still plenty of time for something crazy to go on. One receiver to both sides. Loomis under center. Again with that 3-back set. And Loomis going to keep it himself. Almost broke free, actually. Out near the 40-yard line. A gain of 8, close to 9. Down to 20 seconds to go in the half. And the Comets use their 3rd timeout with 20 seconds to go in the half. So we'll keep it right here. Cats will be back at home next week to take on Sandwich. You can catch that game right here on the Christian Internet Sports Network as well. Broadcast time, 7 o'clock back over there at Becker Field at Reign Stadium. And then we will finish out the year with Week 9 at Coal City. And that will be a interesting matchup between the Wildcats and Kohlers. So it'll bring 2nd down and 2 for Reed Custer from their own 40-yard line. So up under center is Loomis here. One receiver to the far side, one to the near. Loomis going to hand it off on basically an end around to the near side. There's a whole lot of room up the sideline, but Matteo Lombardi is going to tackle the runner at the 25-yard line. That's Russell Page with a huge gain. A gain of 40 yards on that run from Page. Or 35 yards, excuse me. 35 yards on that run from Russell Page.
Once again, good coaching. They're taking advantage of Wilmington's over pursuit, and they're not covering the backside of their plays at all.
Yeah, that was a great call on an end around.
Yeah, it was.
One receiver to either side. Under center is Loomis. He'll take the snap, drops back to pass, fires down the left sideline. That is incomplete. And it will bring up 2nd down and 10. Essentially one play left here for the Comets.
I don't believe it. This thing is stretched out. I think they can get 2 plays probably. The way things are gone.
I thought you were going to say you don't believe that there wasn't a flag. Because
that
could very well happen. So 2nd down and 10 for Reed Custer from the 25 of Wilmington. We've got 7 seconds to go in the half that will never end. And
you believe
the
this?
Comets will have another shot or two here.
9 o'clock on the nose right now. And we aren't halftime yet.
One receiver to either side. Back to the double wing set here for Reed Custer. Loomis chops back, and he will be sacked back outside the 30 to the 32-yard line, and that's going to do it for the half. Wilmington leads it 47-14 over Reed Custer here at the break. Welcome into our halftime show, brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria, where you can get daily specials over there at Ricchetti's in downtown Coal City. Big thank you to them for sponsoring our halftime shows this year. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get your first half stats. We'll also have a check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. We'll do that in just a few minutes. You're listening to Cats Football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's.
Heroin. I am Matt Baskerville. As a funeral director in Will County, I can tell you firsthand that I have seen results of heroin overdose.
Plainfield Shorewood, 4 dead. Lockport, 5 dead. I am Reagan Freitag. As Wilmington's local prosecutor and Will County board member, I can tell you I have seen the trouble and hardships of addictions.
Frankfort, Mokina, New Lenox, 6 dead. Bolingbrook, Romeoville, 6 dead. In Wilmington and Braidwood, heroin equals death or arrest.
Wilmington, Braidwood, 8 dead. Thanks to efforts of our local police departments, that number has dropped from 8 deaths in 2015 to 2 deaths so far in 2016.
If your family, your friend, or you are suffering from heroin addiction, there is help. Please call 815-476-1660 for more information.
Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today.
Back on the Christian Internet Sports Network at the half, the Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria halftime show brought to you by Ricchetti's over there in downtown Coal City. Be sure to stop by for their daily specials. Great pizza, all that good stuff over there at Ricchetti's. First half scoring totals, first of all, for the Reed Custer Comets. Josh Loomis rushing the ball, 4 carries for 10 yards. Ryan Shepard ran the ball 3 times for 13 yards. A.J. Cherry, 1 carry for 1 yard. And Russell Page, 1 carry for 40 yards. Austin Sunday, 10 carries for 26 yards and a touchdown. On the ground, Reed Custer, 19 rushes, 90 yards and a score. Through the air, Josh Loomis was 6 of 17 for 147 yards and a touchdown. Russell Page, 5 receptions for 107 yards and a score. And also there's another 40-yard pass completion as well for Loomis. And a touchdown through the air, a touchdown on the ground. There are also 2 fumbles. Unfortunately for Reed Custer, and fortunately for Wilmington, they were both inside the Reed Custer 20-yard line, and they were both scoop and scores for Wilmington.
Yeah, that 14 points is really needed tonight. Things are really going for it. By the way, Lombardi, he's averaging 38.26 yards a carry.
Well, I guess there's that. On the ground, Reed Custer with 90 yards. Through the air, 147 yards. The Comets put up a bunch of yards in the first half. 237 yards of offense for Reed Custer in that first half. For Wilmington tonight, rushing the football. Boy, these numbers, if these aren't mind-blowing numbers, I don't know what will be. Keaton Apple had 1 rush for 19 yards. Connor Dempsey ran the ball 3 times for 8 yards in that first half. Josh Jones, 5 carries for 42 yards. Matteo Lombardi, just 7 carries for 275 yards and 4 touchdowns in one half of football. Wilmington on the ground, 21 rushing attempts, 344 yards and 4 touchdowns. Through the air, Connor Dempsey is 1 of 1 for 6 yards. That pass caught by Jake Rodewald. Wilmington, 6 yards in the air, 344 on the ground, 350 yards of total offense for Wilmington in the first half. They had some turnovers of their own, but also capitalized with a couple of touchdowns off of 2 fumbles from Reed Custer. So not only that, we had a truckload of penalties. We had some weird stuff happen. Once again, we had the ball moved between the first and second quarter somehow. It's just been one of those nights.
Somehow the Comets lost about 3 or 4 yards on the move.
Yeah, there's been a lot of interesting stuff happening tonight. Well, Wilmington outgained Reed Custer 350 to 237 in that half of football, and Wilmington with a 47-14 lead over the Reed Custer Comets here tonight. Well, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get our first check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. We'll just do that in just a couple of minutes. You're listening to the halftime show brought to you by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria there in downtown Coal City. Back with more in a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
What's up, man? Good to see you're here. Do you want a beer?
No thanks, I don't drink.
Oh, come on, relax. Have some fun. Everyone else is drinking.
We have a lot to do tomorrow, and I can't be all hungover from drinking.
Yeah, I'm having enough trouble with school and sports and clubs and so much stuff. I don't have time to be worrying about if I got caught drunk.
Come on, man. This will help relax your mind and worries, and you'll have a good time.
Oh, man, cops. Run. We better book it out of here.
I'm so glad we weren't stupid and didn't drink. I know, right?
The Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community is committed and proud to bring programs and resources to help area residents. Our mission is to build a safe, productive, and substance-free community through these programs. The issues and problems that come with alcohol and drug abuse are very real, and the effects can be devastating. If you or anyone you know is in need of help, please call 815-476-1660. Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with Sebring Goodman Teen Institute, ONDCP, and Samson.
Back here on the Christian Internet Sports Network as our halftime show rolls on, brought to you by Ricetti's Cafe and Pizzeria over there in downtown Coal City. We've reached the portion of the night where we get to you not just some scores, but literally every score in probably all of suburban Chicago. I think we probably have the most extensive scoreboard update of anybody anywhere in the city. So
I think so.
We'll get to that here in just a second. IHSA Football Scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates with offices in Joliet and also in Wilmington. Let's start with the I-8 scoreboard, and let's begin with the game of the night, at least throughout most of the Interstate 8. Herscher a 21-14 lead on Manteno at one point. That was 7-7. Manteno then had a 14-7 lead on Herscher, and now Herscher has ran off 14 straight points to make it 21-14.
That's a score that's going to change up. That's going to be a fought-out game the whole time.
All right, some other scores in the I-8. Coal City leads Sandwich 20-13. I told you that Sandwich game with Coal City is going to be much closer than you think it is. Every single game this year Sandwich has been in, and somehow they haven't managed to win hardly any of them. Peatone a 22-7 lead over Seneca tonight. It's Lyle 14, Westmont 6. Streeter leads Plano 8-0 in that game. And that is your I-8 scores. Other scores from around the area tonight. Canelan up on Morris 20-7.
Really?
And I think Canelan was 3-3 coming into this game.
Boy, who have they played?
And they lead the Redskins 20-7. Now, of course, you get a couple of weird turnovers on a rainy night like this, and some strange stuff can happen. But Canelan leads Morris 20-7, which is kind of a surprise to all of us. Providence leads Fenwick 37-0 tonight. Bolingbrook 45-0 over Thornridge. It's Lincoln Way Central 12-7 over Wabansie Valley. Lincoln Way East leads Lockport 35-0. Lincoln Way West 24, Thornton 6. It's Romeoville 14, Plainfield East 9. Plainfield North leads Plainfield South 24-3. JCA and Bennett has been postponed for some reason. Minooka 31-7 over Joliet West tonight. It's Oswego 42, Joliet Central 6. Willowbrook a 42-0 lead over Morton. As we continue on the IHSA football scoreboard, Glenbard North trails Lake Park 14-7. It's Naperville North 23, Naperville Central 13. Wheaton North leads Neuqua Valley 17-0 in the first half there. Wheaton Warrenville South 20-0 over Mateo Valley. It's Glenbard South 14, St. Edward 13. Immaculate Conception will play Saturday against Wheaton Academy as Riverside Brookfield leads Fenton 52-0. Montini a 42-0 lead over DePaul. It's Aurora Central Catholic 35-28 over Ignatius. Jacobs 21, Glenbard East 0. Oak Park River Forest a 7-0 lead on York. It's Downers Grove South 17, Leiden 0. West Aurora leads West Chicago 48-6. It's Hinsdale South 16, Addison Trail 7, and St. Viator a 15-0 lead over St. Patrick. I will mention this much tonight. Last week, Elmhurst Immaculate Conception beat Riverside Brookfield 45-0. Riverside Brookfield is undefeated. Tonight, Riverside Brookfield leads Fenton 52-0.
They're going to be in the 3A playoffs.
And Immaculate Conception is going to be in 3A.
Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy.
What you might as well do is whenever those brackets come out is light them on fire, because that's about what good that's going to be worth.
Oh, can you imagine any of the Class 3A?
I can't even entertain that. I mean, we know what happened last year, and Wilmington played a pretty good game against them last year. Actually held themselves to a very high standard and still lost by 30 or 40, and we were fine with the effort that they gave. You just played somebody that was, it's just better. It's just the way it is. Again, I-8 scores one more time here tonight. It is Peatone 22-7 over Seneca, Coal City 20, Sandwich 13, Lyle 14-6 over Westmont, Herscher leads Manteno 21-14, and Streeter an 8-0 lead on Plano. And the kind of surprising score of the night, Canelan 20, Morris 7. That's where we're at the half. A check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates with offices in Joliet and Wilmington. We'll take a break. We'll come back with your second half here in just a moment as, and get this, just in, Sandwich has tied Coal City at 20. It's Sandwich 20, Coal City 20. Let me just get a few. We just got a whole bunch of I-8 scores updated here, so let me get to those. Peatone 46-0 over Seneca. It's Westmont 18, Lyle 14. Get that. Lyle trying to get into the playoffs, and they're losing to Westmont. It's 21-21 now. Herscher and Manteno.
Really?
As those scores go crazy. So, again, it's Streeter 8-0 over Plano. 21-21, Manteno and Herscher. Westmont leads Lyle 18-14. Peatone 46-0 over Seneca. And Sandwich and Coal City tied at 20. Wow, what a night of I-8 football. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with the second half in a moment. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats football and the Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria halftime show here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in Coal City is all about relaxing with family and friends while sharing an authentic Italian festival of food. They are the home of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza, but they also have a full menu including pastas, burgers, salads, and more. Check out all of their daily specials too online at ricchettis.net. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria is at 375 South Broadway in Coal City, and they are open till midnight or later every night. Stop in for an authentic Italian experience at Ricchetti's. Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
$47-14 is the lead for Wilmington here tonight over Reed Custer. We get set for a second half of football. By the way, Matteo Lombardi with 275 yards rushing in one half. And dare I say, he could have probably had more if they just kept going back to him toward the end of that second quarter. He probably could have had 350 yards rushing in that first half. I mean, he's just racking up yardage like crazy. So both teams back out there finishing warm-ups here as we get set for the start of our second half. And we told you there was some crazy stuff going on and around the I-8 tonight. We've taken a look at those scores. By the way, Did you see this score? Cleveland 9, New York Yankees 8, the bottom of the 13th inning. Bottom of the 13th inning.
I heard the score earlier in the game, and New York was quite a ways ahead. The way I remember it, there was like 3-0 or 4-0 ahead.
The Cubs lead the Nationals tonight, 3-0. That game going to the ninth. Astros 8-2 winner earlier today over the Boston Red Sox. But and if you look at it here, they haven't even updated this yet. It says 8-8 on this site, and the other one it says 9-8. So they must have just scored in the top of the 13th inning.
Oh.
27-21.
All right, so Reed Custer will tee it up at the 40, kicking off right to left here at the start of half number 2. Wilmington a 47-14 lead. So we'll see if we can get the second half underway here shortly, and then see what Wilmington does offensively here tonight.
Get the kick, get the ball too. Watch that onside kick.
So Rodewald and Bolzer back deep for Wilmington. Line drive kick will bounce and roll and will not go into the end zone. It's picked up across the 5, out to the 10. There's a move by Bolzer out to the 25-yard line, and Wilmington will take over there, 1st and 10. But I tell you what, we came over here to Reed Custer tonight. We're inside out of the rain. We've got brownies. There's over this water. I mean,
we're doing
boy,
really
this
good
is
here. They've been kind to us.
Very. I appreciate all that. I just appreciate being out of the weather tonight.
Amen. I do too.
But not only that, we got food in the press box. And 1st and 10 for Wilmington now from their own 26-yard line. Connor Dempsey hands it off near side. Lombardi trying to get the corner, got around one defender, and then eventually gets stacked up for a loss of a yard. So you can tell Reed Custer was gunning for that play in the second half, because as many times they were burned by it in the first. Bring up 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, the first play of the second half, they went to it again, and this time Reed Custer was waiting for it.
And Connor Dempsey stays in there at quarterback, which leads me to believe there's something going on with Keaton Hopwood, because
yeah,
I mean, I'm guessing, but it has not been this way this year unless they just decided they wanted to do that tonight. So Dempsey around the far side. There's another flag down. We can't go 2 snaps in this game without having a flag, and there's another one at the 26-yard line. So another hold, this one on Wilmington. I mean, at some point tonight, you got to let a few things go. I mean, it's to the point where they're just throwing flags for everything. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 17 or so. So here we go. Wilmington will have it 2nd down and 17. It's all the way back to about the 17, close to the 18-yard line. Everything packed in the double wing here. And far side is Andy Rodewald. He'll get out across the 20. Pick up, or Jacob Rodewald, excuse me. I keep saying Andy Rodewald. That's from years ago. Jacob Rodewald on the carry. My apologies to Jacob and the Rodewalds in general. That's what happens when you've been doing Wilmington football games for a long time.
Yes.
And you got people with the same last names. I tend to slip into my time machine and go back a ways. Jacob Rodewald on the carry. Bring up 3rd down and 15. As the handoff comes near side. This is Matteo Lombardi out across the 25-yard line, as he will pick up about 5, close to 6 yards. And Wilmington will be forced to punt it away here after that holding penalty earlier in the drive.
That's what penalties do for you. Running, especially a running team, destroys your momentum.
So Cherry back deep for Reed Custer. And the kick here, and I believe this is the first punt of the night, isn't it?
Yes.
And that's a booming punt. And it will roll inside the 40 all the way down to the 32-yard line. And a really nice kick by Grant Imhoff. That was a beautiful punt. So Reed Custer will have it 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line as Wilmington just stopped cold at the beginning of the second half here. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. One receiver to the far side, one back to the near. And Loomis hands it off to the fullback, who will get a couple of yards. That's Sunday on the carry. So this will bring up 2nd and 8 for the Comets. Luckily, this third quarter has actually gone much faster than the first two. Even though we're only 4 minutes in.
Yeah, we thought this would be a fast-moving game, but Comets have been forced into a passing game, and it's turned out to be a very profitable time for them.
One receiver at either side, pass over the middle, caught, and a big gain, and the two Wildcat defenders fall down on each other, and the ball fumbled on the play, and Wilmington's going to get it back at the 25-yard line. Well, that was a huge gain. And the ball pops out at the 25-yard line, and Wilmington will get it back again. My goodness, the Comets again put the ball on the ground. It was essentially a gain of 40 yards on the catch by Russell Page. So 40-yard pass play. Page loses the football as Jake Rodewald hits him toward the end of that thing, and it'll bring up 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 25-yard line. Again, shotgun double wing formation here for the Cats. And this handoff goes to Lombardi. Not much there. In fact, might lose a couple of yards. That'll bring up 2nd down and 12 for Wilmington. Trying to see if I can see Keaton over there on the sideline, but I can't really tell. They're so far away. It's kind of hard to tell. Back to the double wing here with Rodewald and Josh Jones at fullback. Pitch back to Jacob Rodewald across the 30-yard line out near the 34. Good chunk of yards there on 2nd down. He'll pick up about 8, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Clock rolls as we approach 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Wilmington with a 47-14 lead.
I think that's what Wilmington's going to have to do is go to some other guys for a little while. Take the tension off of Lombardi. He's gaining all kinds of attention.
So 3rd down and a couple. Dempsey tried to keep it. He did not get the 1st down. Got maybe a yard.
Got a yard.
So bring up 4th down and a yard. And based on the distance of the punt last time around, Wilmington will get.
Well, Wilmington's had the ball twice this half and has not been able to move the ball.
So A.J. Cherry back deep as Wilmington will kind of back off, and Grant Imhoff will get set to punt it away. Good snap, and Imhoff with another really nice high kick. And this will bounce inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line of Reed Custer. 5:52 to go in the third. Not a whole lot has happened, but for Wilmington, not a whole lot needs to happen. If you can kind of just hold serve here on both sides and run some clock, this game will get over. But I'll give Reed Custer's defense credit. In the second half, they made some changes at halftime, and they've been very good against the run to start the second half. As the rain really begins to fall again.
It's coming right on down. And you're right, the Comets have made the adjustments they've needed to stop the Wilmington's running game.
So one receiver to either side. Loomis under center, drops back to pass. Fires near side, that caught out near the 45-yard line by Bryce Martis. As he will pick up 8 yards on first down, bring up second down at 2 as Connor Dempsey makes the tackle for Wilmington. Just a reminder, next week Wilmington will be at home to take on Sandwich. I realize Sandwich is 1-5, but they are tied with Coal City right now. And that team can play some football. One receiver to either side. Loomis hands it off up the middle. That's not going to go anywhere. It's Sunday, the fullback on the carry. Good job by Wilmington defensively. A whole bunch of people in there. Anders Allenberg along with Jacob Rodewald to bring up third down and 3.
Yeah, he got that. They're going to give him credit for getting back to the line of scrimmage, I guess. But boy, I don't know.
So again, Loomis under center, drops back to pass, fires far side. It is caught down to the Wilmington 25-yard line. Russell Page has just been ridiculous tonight for the Comets.
He catches anything around him.
A gain of 31 on that pass play.
You realize
from Loomis to Page.
He's got 71 yards in receiving in the second half now.
And he made a catch in the first half that was
unbelievable,
off the charts crazy.
Yeah.
That one-handed grab down the side, or actually make it basically the hash marks. One receiver to either side, Loomis under center again. And look like they give to Sunday, and that's not going to get anything. In fact, might lose a yard.
I think he might have lost 1 yard. Let's see.
Bring up second down and 10.
Yeah, he lost about a yard.
Well, for all the scoring that we had in the first half, we haven't seen a thing here in this third quarter.
Thankfully, the clocks kept running.
Lewis under center. Again, one receiver to either side. Drops back to pass. Fires deep down the far sideline. Is it caught again? It's caught again. Russell Page, another reception. This one a 24-yard touchdown pass. Loomis to Russell Page. And, I mean, that's pretty good coverage. That's just a tall kid making plays. I mean,
the defender's going to have to go up with him. They're just running in front of them, but the ball is going right over their head. And he's going up high to get it. He's got a long reach, and he's getting by with it, boy. He's producing.
And that kick is good. So it's 47-21, the lead for Wilmington, with 3:31 to go in the third. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred & Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred & Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred & Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
So Brock Bolzer and Jacob Rodewald back deep for Wilmington at their own 10-yard line. And I'm telling you, the Wildcats have no answer for Loomis passing to Russell Page. They've been doing that nonstop, and Wilmington has not been able to stop it. However, the Cats do have a huge lead. This is Bolzer up the far sideline, has a huge hole out across midfield all the way down to the 45-yard line of Reed Custer. Good return from Brock Bolzer. And Wilmington will have it at the Reed Custer. I think they'll put it down at the 45 officially. And it looks like Connor Dempsey's back in there. Keaton Hopwood back in there, quarterback. So they'll go back to the double wing again. Dempsey off the left side, big hole all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Mark it right about there. They might be just short. They'll go ahead and give him the first down. So Keaton Hopwood, no problems with him tonight. They're just using Connor Dempsey for a little while. Now they go back to Keaton in there, quarterback. That answers that question at least.
I'm glad to see that. Glad to see there's nothing wrong with him. He's just tried a little bit of experiment a different way. Now they're going back the other way.
And the other thing with that is, and this is one thing Coach Reeds always says, give other teams as much things on film to look at as possible. And that's what they did. They put Dempsey out of the shotgun for the most part. Dempsey left side off the pitch from Hopwood, churns ahead all the way down inside the 30 to near the 28-yard line. Bring up 2nd down and 2 for Wilmington. Ball at the 27-yard line of Reed Custer. And see, this is what Wilmington can do. You can put in 3 or 4 different sets.
Right.
You can go Lombardi for a while. You can go Dempsey for a while. They even went Josh Jones for a while. They went Jacob Rodewald for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get a lot of different stuff out of these different sets that they like to put out there. And Josh Jones back in there at fullback, Dempsey at one wing back, and I believe it's Lombardi at the other one. And they'll go Dempsey again off the left side. He's going to have a first down. Still going up the sideline. Inside the 20. Connor all the way down near the 10-yard line. And a gain of 16 yards for Connor Dempsey.
What they've done is they've switched the attention away from Lombardi, and they've gone to Dempsey now. And Dempsey can run the ball very effectively.
By the way, Mantino and Hersher now tied at 27. Boy, has that turned into a barn burner tonight.
You knew that was going to come.
Down to 150 to go in the third here. Keaton Hopwood back under center. And the pitch comes back to Brock Bolzer, who's playing wing back now. Bolzer down near the 1st-yard marker before he's pushed backwards. As Bolzer will pick up a big chunk of yards on 1st down. In fact, about 6. That'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for Wilmington, down to 120 to go in the 3rd quarter. So Wilmington now starting to get some second-teamers in there. Grant Imhoff checked in on that wing spot. Brock Bolzer in there at wing back. And not only that, but a new fullback in there for Wilmington as well. I believe that's Sam Chapman at fullback. Pitch back to Bolzer off the left side. Brock Bolzer down inside the 5 and in for the touchdown. As Brock Bolzer on the carry. And that will make it 53-21 Wilmington with 49 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
You know whose block they followed? Chapman. Brought him in, and he led that play with a block off the left tackle.
So Trey Shaw to attempt the extra point. Good snap from Jones, good hold from Golson, and the kick by Shaw is good. And it's 54-21, the lead for Wilmington. 49 seconds to go in the third. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in just a moment here on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
So Trey Shaw has the team up at the 40, kicking off left to right here with 49 seconds to go in the third quarter. So Shaw approaches. There's a rolling kick inside the 25-yard line and taken at the 24. And that will give Reed Custer a 1st and 10. And for the comments, hey, I'd go back to that matchup with Russell Page and Josh Loomis. So Wilmington has not been able to stop that tonight. Well, I just keep revisiting that, I do believe.
You better believe it. Wilmington hasn't proved they can stop him. And they're not giving Wilmington most of the time enough time to get to the quarterback. A few times they have, but a lot of times they've not gotten in there fast enough.
So 54-21, Wilmington, 2 receivers to the near side. There's a pump fake, and now they'll go up the sideline. That's incomplete. That is great coverage by Matteo Lombardi. They tried to do a little pump and go, and Lombardi right out there on the coverage of A.J. Cherry, and that will bring up 2nd down and 10. Well, you just can't play that any better than Matteo did. Bring up 2nd down and 10 for Reed Custer. Back up under center here. One receiver to either side. Pitch comes near side. This might get the corner as Justin Reed gets out across the 35-yard line or so. And that will be a pickup of 12 yards for Justin Reed as Keaton Hopwood ends up making a tackle for Wilmington as the Cats continue to shuttle in some second teamers here. Now Matteo Lombardi heads out as Antonio Tafoya checks in.
That might be interesting.
That could be real interesting, especially if they come out here to Russell Page. And handoff goes to the fullback. This is Sunday, who will pick up about 3 yards. As the clock rolls here, we'll see if Reed Custer tries to get one more play in this quarter or not. And we'll just go to the 4th quarter. 54-21 is the lead for Wilmington as we head to quarter number 4. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small, family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today.
2nd down and 7 coming up here for Reed Custer. Pass near side is caught out to the 46-yard line. Caught there by Bryce Martis. Be a gain of 7 and a Reed Custer first down. So the clock will roll here. Just underway in quarter number 4. Wilmington with almost exclusively second-teamers in there. A couple of first-team players in there, but for the most part, it has gone second-team defense. Loomis drops back to pass, fires deep down the sideline. That is incomplete at the 30-yard line. Intended for Russell Page. Bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, that's only the second pass they've dropped this half. They were 5 out of 7.
Let's see what Reed Custer continues to do here.
Every time they pass it incomplete, though, it stops the clock again.
So Loomis now will use some time here off that play clock. Pitch goes far side to Justin Reed, and he gets flung to the ground at the 45-yard line. And no gain, might have actually lost a yard as tackle made on the play by Brandon Harrell, a 6', 176-pound senior. It'll bring up 3rd down and 11 for Reed Custer. Ball back at their own 45-yard line. Clock rolls down under 11 minutes to go now in the 4th.
Harrell doing a good job of closing off that side over there, not allowing them around the corner.
So 3rd down and 11. Back to that double wing again is one receiver on either side. Dropping back as Loomis looks over the middle, trying to scamper away, and he gets thrown to the ground at the 45. Lost a football, but Reed Custer gets it back. And guess who made that hit again? It's Brandon Harrell.
Wow, he's been a wild man.
Flinging around Josh Loomis like he's a rag doll. Ball went flying forward. It'll bring up 4th and 9.
He got 3 yards
Reed Custer. Looks like the Comets are going to elect a punt here, and that's a good decision from the head coach, Mark Wolf. He realizes that Wilmington has called off the dogs here. So he's going to go ahead and punt, and you'll see probably exclusively Wilmington's second-team offense in just a moment as well. Kick here is high and will kick sideways and go out of bounds at about the 32-yard line or so. And Wilmington will have it there, 1st and 10. So Keaton Hopwood will stay in there running the offense under center for the Cats, but a lot of other people are going to see some action here momentarily. Matter of fact, it looks like they're getting together a whole nother raft of 11 guys to put in.
Oh, my land.
After this snap here, so we'll see. Hopwood under center. Takes the snap, pitches it back to Jacob Rodewald. And Rodewald across the 35 out near the 37-yard line. Be a gain of 5, and now 2nd down and 5 for Wilmington.
Rodewald did a nice job running this half. 3 times for 17 yards. Almost 6 yards a carry. 5.5.
So 2nd down and 5 for Wilmington from the 36-yard line. Pitch back. And taking that ahead is Steve Bisgrove. He'll churn out for a gain of close to 5. Might be just shy of a first down. By the way, a couple of finals tonight, one of which is Coal City hanging on against Sandwich. They win at 27-20.
Wow.
Hersher hangs on to defeat Mantino, 34-27.
Boy.
And Canelan beats Morris tonight, 2014. Redskins cannot complete the comeback. Pitch comes near side across the 40, 45. Busting it out the outside is Landon Flynn all the way up the sideline, down inside the Reed Custer 40.
Oh, that was a nice run. He came across the left tackle, took a right-hand turn and cut across the green.
A gain of 21 yards by Landon Flynn. And Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from the 37 of Reed Custer. Wildcats taking a long time in between plays here, just using most of the play clock, trying to get out of here without any injuries.
Yeah.
And pitch comes near side. This is once again Flynn, churns ahead, and he'll pick up 11 yards and another Wilmington first down as Caleb LaGrange ends up with the stop.
Nice job, nice blocking by that offensive line. Open up a few holes in that left side.
So 7:40 and counting. Keaton Hopwood came back in this game in the second half, partway through the second half, and he's been under center ever since. Back to that double wing again. Hopwood pitches it left side. And not a whole lot there. Flynn trying to push off the left side. And he's flung to the ground there after a gain of a yard or two.
I like the same play exactly over again, but they were ready for it that time.
Right now, Wilmington's main goal is to burn as much time as possible. Now Keaton Hopwood will check back out of the game. And into the lineup for Wilmington is John Golson, who is technically the third string quarterback for Wilmington tonight. Golson, a 5'8", 145-pound senior. He's also the holder on field goals. This is Landon Flynn. Nothing there. He'll actually lose a couple of yards. And again, Caleb LaGrange with a stop.
Clock's down to 6:28 and counting. 54-21, Wilmington. Yeah, 3rd down and 11 yards to go. They've lost ground as they've gotten this particular set of downs.
So the Cats will come back up to the line. 3rd down and 11 to go from the 27-yard line of Reed Custer. Pitch comes left side. This is Harold churning ahead. Down inside the 25-yard line to the 24. So Brandon Harold gets a couple of yards, make it 3. Bring up 3rd down and 8.
Harold had the guy on his back and he carried him.
Actually, it was a 4th down. It's 4th down, isn't it?
4th down.
Yeah,
yes.
4th down and 8. And Wilmington more than likely will just run the ball here and
continue to use clock, though.
Back to the double wing again. It's Bisgrove and Harold. This time Golson going to keep it himself around the corner inside the 20. And John Golson has a first down all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
He did to Reed Custer what Reed Custer was doing to Wilmington. He took care of their over pursuit and went behind them.
Gain of 9 yards in that run by John Golson. Be 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 15 of Reed Custer. And again, the good thing for Wilmington there is you keep control of the ball and you keep running clock. think at this point, everyone here tonight is ready for this thing to come to a close.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's right.
So again, back to the double wing with Sam Chapman at fullback. Colson's pitch back to Harold. And he gets stacked up around the line of scrimmage.
Comes a couple more guys in the lineup.
I'll be sure to join us again next week. Wilmington will be back at home to take on Sandwich. And even though Sandwich is 1-6, don't sleep on that.
Boy,
they only lost to Coal City tonight by 7 points. And I think in all of their losses, have been single digits.
I mean to tell you now, they gave Coal City all they could handle. Coal City is a good team this year.
So bring up now 2nd down and 10. Again, double wing with Bisgrove and Harold. Pitch comes Harold left side. And he'll get down inside the 15-yard line. He'll pick up a yard. They'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for Wilmington. Now down under 4 minutes to go. So Wilmington back at home to take on Sandwich next week and finish off the season at Coal City. So it does not get
finishing off the season already. Boy.
Yeah, it's going to be a couple of tough games to end out the year. You normally don't say that about a 1-6 team, but they're not playing like they're 1-6.
No, they aren't.
Back to the double wing. Golson hands it off to Chapman up the middle, and Sam Chapman maybe a yard. That's about it.
That's Chapman's first carry this game. He did a nice job of blocking for a touchdown in the first half.
So I'll bring up 4th and 8 as we roll down to under 3 minutes to go in this one. This game has been decided for a while. Actually, it's pretty much decided in the first half. There were some weird and wacky things that might have changed the complexion of this game a little bit if they were taken out of the game, but it's kind of the way it is. Chapman on the carry up the middle, and he will not get the first down, even though he picked up about 7 yards. And Reed Custer holds on downs, and they will get the ball back here with 2:44 to go in the game.
Nice run by Chapman that time. 2:44 go in the game.
So new quarterback for Reed Custer here. That will be Rick Seegers, a 5'10", 160-pound junior who I think will take over. Well, maybe not. It'll be Justin Reed who takes over at quarterback. Seegers in the game, though.
Yeah, let's see. Oh.
So 1st down and 10. And the ball pops out. And see who ends up with it. I mean, it just shot up in the air, and Wilmington's got the ball back. And so Wilmington has it at the 7-yard line after that snap shot out sideways. And then for Wilmington, you're almost too far out to take a knee at this point. So I guess you just run once or twice and see what happens.
I guess.
So 1st down and 10 for Wilmington. They're just going to take a knee. And I don't know if there's really technically enough time to do this, but the referees are going to take all the time in the world to blow this back into play, and they finally do here. And there'll be a few seconds left, I think, by the time we get to the end of all this, but Wilmington certainly does not want to run up the score here tonight. There's no real need in doing that.
And you might get somebody hurt in a needless play. No point in it.
So Golson will take his time. So they throw a flag on taking a knee.
Illegal procedure. Come on.
You're taking a knee with a minute 50 seconds left in a game that's 33 points. And you throw a flag for illegal procedure?
I've never seen that before.
There's been a lot of things tonight that I don't think I've ever seen before, but
I mean, literally, the whole Wilmington team was standing stock still except the quarterback kneeled down.
Even the Mark Wolf on the Reed Custer sideline goes, wind the clock, for goodness sake. We're all trying to get done with this game. Just wind it. You know, we've clearly said we want this game to be over, so. So it'll be second down, and now a knee taken there, and Wilmington will have to take one more snap here, and that'll be it. Be sure to stick around for our post-game show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center. Warren's, where they care beyond the repair, right here in Braidwood, right across the street from McDonald's. Big thank you to Warren and all the staff over there for sponsoring our post-game show each and every week here in Wilmington Wildcats football. So clock will continue to roll down here. We'll have your final stats. We'll also talk to the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Rainson. We'll have one more check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. John Golson will take one more knee here, and I think everyone will be perfectly satisfied with not even running this clock one more time. I think this one is all said and done. The officials are going to let this roll down, and now they'll blow that play clock in, and this will be over. As that will bring us to the end of this football game. 54-21 is the final tonight as Wilmington gets the win on the road over Reed Custer. Welcome to our postgame show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair, right across the street from McDonald's. Take a break. We'll come back with your final scoring totals. We'll talk to Coach Raines and get one more check of the IHSA football scoreboard as well. Back here in just a few minutes on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop. Your vehicle will get expert care with their drive-on frame rack and in their Bink spray booth. Warren's offers free estimates, pickup and delivery service, and they will get you set up with a loaner car while yours is in the shop. Warren's Collision Center is located at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood, or online anytime at warrenscollision.com. That's warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
Hey, Billy, where do you think you're going with that beer?
What's the big deal? He is at home.
Nice, Bob. Real nice.
Look, they're practically grown. They're juniors and seniors now, and they're here for the day. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, that may be true for yours, but you can't let the others drink.
In Illinois, the social host law holds adults accountable for underage drinking.
If a minor who was drinking at your house injures or kills someone, you are guilty of a Class 4 felony. You get fined. You go to jail.
So, being the host, aka the adult, letting high schoolers drink is illegal.
Be their guide, don't provide. If you or someone you know abuses alcohol or drugs, please call 815-476-1660. Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
Welcome back here on the postgame show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center. Warren's, where they care beyond the repair, right across the street from McDonald's here in Braidwood, as Wilmington goes on the road and gets a 54-21 win tonight over the Reed Custer Comets. And before we get to our final totals, let's have one more check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates, with offices in Joliet and Wilmington both. Let's start with the I-8. First of all, Piatone, a 46-0 winner over Seneca. Westmont beat Lisle tonight. Out of all things, Westmont beat Lisle 18-14 tonight. Streeter, a 29-7 win over Plano. And then the big games tonight, Coal City 27-20 in overtime. And that game tonight, Herscher barely beats Mantino. That final 34-27. And Canelan beats Morris. 3-3 Canelan beats Morris 20-14 tonight to give the Redskins their first loss of the year. Some other scores from around the area as well. Providence 37-0 over Fenwick. All these are a final here tonight. Bolingbrook 45-0 over Thornridge. Lincoln Way Central 19-7 over Waubonsie Valley. Lincoln Way East 49-6 over Lockport. Romeoville gets a win. They should throw a party like you haven't seen in I don't know how long. Romeoville wins tonight 14-12 over Plainfield East. Lincoln Way West 31-14 over Thornton. JCA was postponed tonight with their game with Bennett. It was Minooka 31, Joliet West 7, Oswego 42, Joliet Central 12. See if I can check some other finals here tonight. Lake Park 28-7 over Glenbar North. It was Wheaton North 23-0 over Nequa Valley. Wheaton Warrenville South 44-0 over Mateo Valley. Glenbard South 16-13 over St. Edwards. Riverside Brookfield 52-6 over Fenton at the moment, and that's after they lost to Immaculate Conception 45-0 last week. Oak Park River Forest 30-7 over York. Downers Grove South 20-0 over Leiden. Immaculate Conception, by the way, will play tomorrow against Wheaton Academy, but they're just kind of rolling through people even after losing their starting quarterback. So once again, final scores in the I-8 tonight. Piatone 46-0 over Seneca. Streeter 29-7 over Plano. I guess neither one of those are finals, but you can pretty much tell who's going to win those games. Herscher 34-27 over Mantino. It was Westmont 18, Lisle 14, and Coal City 27-20 over Sandwich. That game was in overtime a little bit earlier tonight. So we'll take a check of those stats here in a moment. We'll also talk to the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raints, as he'll make his way up here. Let's get to the stats. First of all, for Reed Custer, rushing the football, Justin Reed, 3 carries for 14 yards. Josh Loomis ran the ball 4 times for 10 yards. Ryan Shepard, 3 carries for 13 yards. A.J. Cherry, 1 carry for 1 yard. Russell Page, 1 carry for 40 yards. Austin Sunday, 14 carries for 28 yards and a touchdown. On the ground, Reed Custer, 26 rushing attempts, 105 yards and a score. Through the air, Josh Loomis was 11 of 24 for 257 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Bryce Martis, 2 receptions for 15 yards. Russell Page tonight, a ridiculous night. 8 receptions, 207 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
And there was also a 40-yard pass completion in that game as well. 257 yards through the air, 105 on the ground, 362 yards of offense for Reed Custer. But they also had a number of turnovers tonight, and especially in the first half, 2 fumbles scooped and scored for Wilmington inside the 20-yard line. And that just kind of blew the doors off of this game early.
It was in for a struggle, I think, up to that time. But when that happened, kind of took the wind out of their sails.
All right, Wilmington tonight rushing the football. Keaton Hopwood, 2 rushes for 20 yards. Connor Dempsey, 6 rushes for 42 yards. Keaton Hopwood and Connor Dempsey kind of split duty tonight. Half went one time and the other half with the other time, and they kind of split duty tonight overall. Josh Jones, 5 carries for 42 yards. Sam Chapman, 2 rushes for 8 yards. Brock Bolzer, 2 carries for 12 yards. John Golson, 1 carry for 9 yards. Jake Rodewald ran the ball 3 times for 17 yards. Landon Flynn, 3 carries for 31 yards tonight. Brandon Harold, 3 carries for 4 yards. Steve Bisgrove ran the ball once for 4 yards. The big night, though, Matteo Lombardi, 10 rushes for 277 yards and 4 touchdowns. Oh, by the way, Brock Bolzer had a touchdown run as well. Wilmington, 38 rushing attempts, 466 yards, and 5 touchdowns tonight, and a great deal of that happened in the first half. Through the air, Connor Dempsey